either backwards or upside down or whatever.
I was about to say good morning, but good evening, good night stream. You can't start with good night, can you? You have to start with other things. We're doing WreckFest. Good. Well, it's 9 o'clock. Is that evening?
I'd say
Yes.
One for the philosophers.
Definitely.
Actually, bro, I have a question. If you're asleep and someone else puts a piece of human flesh in your mouth, does that make you a cannibal?
Should we check the definition of cannibalism?
I think it's just eating other people. The point is,
Y'all
if
are
you
going
were...
to be having that conversation for the rest of the year.
Cannibalism is the act of consuming another. So if you consume it, yes.
Wait, it's the act of consuming another what? Sorry.
Another individual of the same species as food.
It is species. Okay, cool. And what species is food?
Depends what the food is.
It's the way you said it. You said consuming another individual of the same species as food. Well, what species is food?
Oh, fuck's sake. That's horrendous.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. So yeah, we're doing WreckFest. I am strapped into the chair. There has been some interesting performance changes to the tool, so I am fascinated to try those out. Tad's ping is down to a mere 200 to 800, so that's much improved.
Wildly varied.
Yeah, but you know, lower. I need to change my... Is it the suspension? Yeah, I need to change the suspension movement on this because it just constantly moves. Ah, fuck me. And as I mentioned,
Thank you.
I have done myself an injury, so I am in quite a lot of pain, and I've taken painkillers. So I've hurt my leg, which is not a good thing for a game where I'm on the...
Are you at the age yet where we call it a fall?
No, well the thing is, I tripped on the way up the stairs, which would have been fine, but I was holding something in my right hand, so I couldn't stop my fall, so I just landed all my weight on my knee on the corner of the stair. So that's what happened. But I was reminded, a friend of mine at the arcade, she hurt herself quite badly, so she ran along and hopped over a rope, but she caught her foot on the rope. So what she did, as you would react as a human being, you put your hands out to stop your fall. So I watched this in slow motion. She started to put her right hand out. She's right-handed. And then her brain went, you're holding your phone in that hand. So she then just pulled her hand back to her chest and face-planted. So she did herself...
Instead of landing on the phone.
Instead of landing on the phone. Because you could see her reach out and then just pull it back in and then just go splack. And I was like, oh dear. Poor thing.
That's an interesting question though, like, because people always describe when an elderly person falls over, they're like, oh, they've had a fall.
Yeah.
At what age do you have to be, do you reckon, before...
I think it's when the...
Children fall over all the time and bounce back.
Yeah, but they fall over. They don't have a fall. You wouldn't say, oh, my son, he's had a fall. That's terrible. Oh my God, he's had a fall. Oh, you know, is he going to get better? I mean, I suspect if you break your hip, that's bad.
Well, I guess the point is, at what point do you differentiate? Because do you have to break a hip for it to be a hole?
Well, I mean, I think I've broken my toe, but I break my toe about every 6 to 8 months, I think. The toe next to my big finger.
It must be something. Children, it's irrelevant because they fall over all the time. People who are middle-aged to getting to sort of retirement age, sort of just you have a fall, no one really cares because it's infrequent. When you get to old age, it becomes a thing of concern if you do damage. So you might have a fall and not tell anybody. Fall over and not tell anybody.
Well, I am telling everyone I've hurt my leg. Does that mean I've had a fall?
You've had a fall?
I have had a fall. To be honest,
he wants the sympathy vote.
To be honest, I mostly just fell over rather than fell down. Because my mum had a fall, because my mum, idiot that she is, didn't bother to turn on the light to go to the bathroom, and instead of walking into the bathroom, stepped off down a flight of stairs. Broke her arm a couple of years ago. That's why I had to go down. So, so to describe where my mum lives, right, it's not just middle of nowhere, it's black. I've been there. When you open your eyes, you open your eyes, you go, oh, I need a wee. You open your eyes, and you wait for your eyes to adjust to the dim light of the world. There is no adjustment. It is black. So where Mum lives, it's black. But she didn't turn the light on, but she misjudged where she was by about 4 feet. Just stepped off down a flight of stairs.
By 4 feet?
Well, yeah, because the toilet door is next to the staircase. So instead of stepping into the toilet, she stepped down the staircase.
Obviously. 4 feet though, that's a big margin of mistake.
Well, no, she just basically, possibly she could just about see the doorway, but it wasn't the doorway, it was the staircase.
The other side of the doorway.
The other side of the doorway, yeah. Yeah, think about it. She stepped on the wrong side of the door.
How long had she lived in this house?
Oh, bloody hell, 20 years, I think. The thing is, if you're half asleep, it's quite a simple mistake to make. Well, she probably did. She reached out with her hand, felt the edge of the door frame, but it was the wrong side of the door frame.
Oh, yeah.
So it's like, yeah, this is fine. Oh, that hurts. Turn around, step off. Bonk. Hospital visit.
Once you start going down, it doesn't matter how much the error was.
Yes, this is true. A miss is as good as a mile. What's that old phrase you use, Rat? A miss is as good as a mister, that was it.
What?
I'm getting some weird stuttering.
Well, Tad's just quit, which is possibly why.
That's to do with the.
Well, no,
I did
it's about
not
every
quit.
5 seconds it hangs for about half a second, maybe a third of a second.
Oh, not she
And for some reason, something that came to mind about the
Task
fall
manager.
thing is that technically, if you're old enough, could you not just do the equivalent of like cow tipping, but with elderly people?
Well, Brett, I can tell that you're a city
That's
boy.
just as wrong.
So if you ever go up to a cow and try and push it when it's asleep, do you know what will happen?
Probably a pissed
Nothing.
off.
Nothing.
No, nothing. A cow weighs about 2 tons. You think you can just push a cow over? No, rubbish.
Well, yeah. Well, so does your mother, and she's a cow, so.
That's a little mean. That's not even creative. No,
Oh.
so, yeah, so a friend of mine, quite drunk, walked home, and he walked through a field and just walked into the side of a cow. But it's just like walking into a house. They don't move. They're just big, warm slabs of, well, they don't.
Stupidity.
At a missed opportunity that they don't move.
Sorry. So, we'll carry on. I'll see if I can come up with another one.
Well, my mate was going cycling down the Monarch's Trail, and
I mean,
my mate of mine.
You already missed another one. Cow.
Can I just ask what I've walked into
Hold
tonight?
on. I was Brett, because you're slow, and then we'll hear Max's story. I said we'll keep on talking about this, and I will see if I can come up with an other one. Go on, Max. I know. What were you saying?
We had a
Yuck,
mate of mine had a
yuck,
puncture
yuck,
on the
yuck, yuck.
cycle route on the other day. Monarch's Trail, it's quite steep. But anyway, he got puncture. We all started playing that. The cows in the field all came over to have a look.
To be fair,
One or two of them actually brave enough to let me fuss them a bit as well.
I believe cows are the most dangerous mammal on the... Well, barring humans, but they're the most dangerous mammal on the planet. I believe. And more people die from cows than any other mammal. I believe that's a true fact. To be fair...
And they're behind a fence, so...
Well, yeah, but to be fair, there are a lot of cows, so you don't need a very high per cow death ratio before it's really high. But I'm pretty sure they are the most dangerous.
Most stupid as well.
Are they the most stupid? I don't know.
No, rabbits are the most stupid.
FPS keeps climbing and climbing and climbing, and then suddenly it does the stutter, and then it drops down to like 70, and then starts the climb again.
A limit on it?
On what? Her ping?
Just
On her FPS.
It gets up to around 170 and then drops.
Oh, that's probably too high.
Yeah, it's climbing. It's being really fucking... I'm going to restart the game.
Okay.
DJ, I just sent you a message. I don't know if you're getting them because you've got
Nope.
streamer mode turned on.
Wrong computer.
Wrong computer. Why is
Let
it
me
wrong
tell
computer?
my radio settings to
I use a different computer for
Kappa.
the motion rig.
Does climate change from methane emissions count for cow deaths?
No. Physical cow death through a cow sitting on someone, eating someone, walking through someone. I don't think it counts as bulls either. Because we don't have very many bulls. I mean, it's like, 1 to 1,000 ratio of bulls to cows.
God, the image of a cow walking through someone.
Cows. Well, they are stupid. I'm
They
curious.
weigh a lot.
I am curious what the most stupid mammal and bird and everything is. I really am curious.
I think rabbits are a high contender on the stupid ratio.
Are they?
It's actually fine.
Well, from my experience, it could be very limited experience. I mean, if you go steaming down a path at night on your bike with your bright light on, they will run from the left side of the path or the right side of the path.
Yeah.
And cross over the route you're taking when staying where they were would be perfectly acceptable, but they just don't understand that.
I have only ever hit one rabbit, and I hit it on my bike, and that's when 3 rabbits ran out in front of me in a conga line. I'm like, I swerved between 2 of them. I think I clipped one with my bike. But I was like, what the hell are you... Is it some sort of dare going on here? Rabbits playing chicken.
So I just googled it.
There's a hair going on.
Apparently one of the stupidest mammals is the koala.
always start my computer.
Yes, koalas, they're so cute.
Oh yeah.
Pandas are stupid
They're
too.
very cute. So according to this, apparently they have the smallest
Till they're wet.
brain-to-body ratio among animals. And
So was that the brain what?
Brain to body
the
ratio.
smallest brain-to-body ratio among animals.
Oh wow.
And according to an estimate, about 90% of koalas have chlamydia, and sometimes they even fail to recognize their own food and starve to death because of it.
Yeah. So say pandas are also because pandas, they can eat almost any type of bamboo, but they'll only eat of like the thousands types of bamboo. There's only 14 they will eat. They'd rather starve to death than eat bamboo they don't like. I mean, I'd say that koalas are smarter than both stick insects or alligators who will accidentally eat other alligators or stick insects by accident. Like, literally. I saw a video of a crocodile. It thought it was food. It bit onto another crocodile and span out and just pulled its leg off. And then it's like, this isn't my food.
To be fair, insects don't tend to be that intelligent anyway, so relative to size, that's not too bad. But
No, insects are pure instinct. There's no thought or intelligence whatsoever. It's 100% neurons linked up.
Counting the dancing spider. Dancing spider is pretty intelligent.
They're not
Adam,
insects.
are you CSP in chat?
No.
Yes, but I can't tab to it. I can't look at it at all.
Oh, Captain Squarepants, yes.
Spiders are not insects.
Why have you been watching Alligator Eats Foot's videos all week? Why are they not insects? Shauka, what's an insect?
Bit big.
Something that doesn't have a spine.
No, 6-legged with an endoskeleton. Spiders have how many legs? Maybe this. Are you sure? Is it? Maybe it's in different. They're Finland. I think. So also, spiders have got...
Endo's inside, Exo is outside.
Yeah, the spiders have got hydraulic walking as well. I don't know about ants and things.
apparently turkeys are pretty stupid as well.
Yep, chickens are. So chickens, if you put a chicken's head under its own wing, it assumes it's nighttime and goes to sleep.
Here's a bit about turkeys. Apparently they prefer to drink water when it's falling from the sky.
Well, don't we all?
And because of this, sometimes they die even in the rain.
So I did. So chickens, another one. It was a guy posted on Reddit, and he said that all his chickens died. So he changed their water bowl from a red one to a blue one, and they didn't realise, and all died of dehydration because they didn't know that's where water was. They were just used to it being in the other bowl. Right, brilliant.
That was very unfair, by the way.
What?
Rana just pushed me into a spin. I recovered the sprint, but the camera was looking at the car, so I couldn't actually see where I was going.
There's an option for this. I mentioned it in last stream. So there is a camera option. You can determine how the reverse camera behaves.
It's not me trying to reverse. I was spinning out. I was like, oh, we'll show you spinning. I'm like, I don't care. I want to see where I'm going. I was a bit late at that point.
This one's quite a common general knowledge question, but sloths are apparently very stupid. They often mistake their own limbs for tree branches and die by falling.
Oh.
That sounds like my sister.
Is any animal is intelligent enough to live, so it's gonna be.
Does not require intelligence to live. Ask a virus. Ask a bacteria.
Given all these examples, humans are pretty fucking stupid too.
I think there are only 3 animals, maybe I think it's 4 animals that are considered, I think it's sentient is the definition, and in that case they understand, if you show them a mirror, they understand it's them and not just another animal they can't smell for some reason. And I think it's ravens, humans, dolphins, and African parrots, I think.
Elephants.
Don't think
Did you
elephants
see
do.
the video a couple of years back of the spider that was dancing to itself in the mirror?
Yes, but
One
that's
that
because
was
it's...
There's a good spider that has good vision.
Yeah, but it thinks it's another spider.
Trying to work out. If
Oh, they did that with flamingos,
That's
didn't they?
what
Because
it's
flamingos weren't reproducing, weren't mating because they didn't think there was enough of them for safety reasons. So they kept them in an enclosure with mirrors on, and they thought, oh, there's a lot more of them, and more of us. We'll be able to safe to mate now, in a zoo or somewhere.
I did not know that.
it's the one that I'm thinking of.
Yeah. Right, mirrors.
Apparently, the kakapo, is that how you say that?
Yeah.
From New Zealand is apparently very stupid. Apparently, as a prey, they're one of the worst prey like in the animal kingdom. They won't blink if they know they're being attacked. They'll see the prey attacking from a mile away, and they'll freeze and wait to be a meal.
What?
If that's not enough, the kakapo's ineptness regarding reproduction is mind-boggling. The mating call is so disturbing, it leaves the female dazed and confused.
Is it possible to learn this power?
I was going to say, are you sure there's not just a Friday night in Maidstone? Is there a password for the server or anything, Adam?
I don't know.
Right, just join in.
No, it's public. No, it's
Nope.
public.
Yeah, it's public.
I've just got a red thing that says I can't connect.
Well,
That might be because it's falling in
odd.
progress right now.
it is in progress, but it's full of bots, though, not people.
I mean, you were in last week.
They won't kick them out.
still
until you-
It should be
vacated.
fine. It should kick an AI for you.
No, it's
Yeah.
just telling me I can't connect. When I connect the connect button, it's just timing out.
You connect via
What's
click
that
on the
for now?
friends list. You should see that. We're just about to finish anyway.
Yeah, I'm on.
Last one apparently. Flamingos apparently try to catch fish while holding their beaks upside down, and since their beaks are curved downward, it lets the fish out.
Is this why they eat shrimp?
So I've actually done quite well on this race. I've not done
I'm
badly,
just
and the
looking at it.
AI have absolutely trounced me.
I wouldn't be surprised if shrimp was up there, but I'm looking mostly at larger animals. 'cause
Yeah,
I
but
think it's
shrimp-
over. You're in now.
Yeah, you're in. Shrimp don't really count though, because they aren't real. You know what I mean? Oh my
What?
god, this hurts so much.
I do love this map.
Like
Is
birds?
it actually showing me at all in game? Because I'm only at like 14% loaded.
What?
Really? What's going on with yours?
I don't know. I can't.
No,
I
95. What?
I can't help it if your game's loading slowly.
I think I've got something else turned on that I shouldn't have turned on.
Yeah, there's a wall. I can't turn.
Oh,
Oh, now I'm stuck. Brilliant. Me and the wall have become one.
wasn't that Spice Girls song?
So you become a wall? Yes, I remember that one.
Okay, I'm just gonna reset. 'Cause I'm not entirely sure, Esme. I am the first car. Not easy to-
On the spectate list, it shows you as one.
Yeah, that doesn't
or
mean
as
I'm
the
actually.
first.
That doesn't actually mean I am the first car. That just means I'm at the top of that list.
Is it zero based?
Oh,
No.
are you talking about in the pole position?
No. So I am locked on with the physics to car 00. But because you were the first one in, I might actually be in the second slot. I don't know. But it's feeling a bit
I'm
odd.
not in
But
the first anymore.
no. But
Oh yeah, you've got me doing.
it is quite hard for me to tell. Anyway, we're on to A's now. So a bit faster. And I'm going to lock on. Yeah, see, I'm locking on a suspiciously far amount through. Let me just reduce that. 12.
I still can't work out how to add the upgrades that I've unlocked. I can do them for the vehicles that I've bought, but it's not letting me add the add-ons for
Some you have to earn.
Some of them aren't upgradable.
the ones
as
that
well.
I've unlocked.
Some of them aren't. Like I don't think Bugzilla's upgradable.
Oh.
Some of them are just as is. But yeah, under
Yeah,
upgrades.
Bugzilla is not upgradable.
I unlocked Hammerhead. I could change the engine and stuff on that, but I couldn't change it on the Mini.
Speedy. Don't know why. I certainly can, but I have. Yeah, I've just
Have I
yeah.
got a complete?
I'll be back in a bit.
You
I
might
can't-
need to unlock it with levels.
I mean, I can tell you that you need the 1.6L 16V DOHC Sport engine block, but I don't know how the hell that upgrades. Unlocks, sorry.
A lot of those are level locked.
Oh, really?
Cows are so heavy that you need all the boys come to the yard in order to tip them, right?
Why is that happening?
Yes.
For fuck's sake. Can you guys say something?
Yep. Something. There you go. Something.
Milkshakes.
So, you guys are on Discord. That's coming out to me into the stream. That's coming out to me into the stream. So I haven't got the issue I had last time. Because oh wait, it unmuted it. There we go. Let me know if that's fixed it, Si. Thank you for telling me. 20 minutes into the stream.
Silent stream.
No, you guys were echoing.
Oopsie. Ah.
You. Huh, your
I
server
think-
isn't showing up anymore.
Just look under friends. There.
Look on friends.
Yeah, that never worked for me. Oh, no, there it is. It worked.
Never worked for you apart from today. Hooray.
Yeah, until
Of
right now.
course, upgrading for this car is disabled.
I have no idea then, Si. Because the issue what? If you can someone just give me a sentence.
Bananas in pajamas are running down the stairs. Watch out, they're now coming down in pairs. Ah!
There you go. I've just switched it off and
The
on.
quick brown fox jumped over the lazy dog.
Never heard
Lazy
that
dog.
dog banana pajamas.
So I found a mod for Farming Simulator that pretty much turns it into SnowRunner.
Yes, I saw. Well, it makes the wheels sink into the mud.
There's
and
actually several that do that, so it's quite a popular thing to do.
yeah, I really don't.
To get the challenge also.
Ah,
Or
right.
just to win chess.
You guys say something?
Big farm
Yo.
takes many farmers to be effective on.
Yeah, see, that's sending the game to my headset and Discord to my headset, and both out, but it shouldn't. This channel here should be there. There's no, I don't know.
3 seconds.
There does appear to be synced on correctly. Oh, Tad has just lagged off into the wall. Oh, that was a that was one for the highlight.
Figured
reel
out
from
what
Tad.
this networking is doing.
Guys, there's a corner here. You want to brake just before it?
No, don't do that.
I tried to e-brakes. Damn it.
E-brake?
Yeah,
Yeah.
What's an e-brake?
that's what we call a handbrake.
Oh dear
Wow.
God, my ass getting pounded. What the fuck?
Normally you got to pay
Very
extra for
gentle
that.
brake.
Yes, in American cars, you don't park with a handbrake. You leave it in gear because they're primarily automatic.
Automatic.
Yeah. So the e-brake is for emergencies.
Automatics.
Oh, right.
Oh,
You don't park it in gear.
Or
We do.
on a hill.
You park it in the parking.
right.
Oh,
What do you think?
yeah,
What do you
that's
think that? What do you think that is,
It says-
Ezra?
Special thing.
Uh-huh. What it is, it just leaves it in gear. It's about equivalent to first, I think. The difference is, it
I'll
knows
tell
you
you
shouldn't
what.
let them drive away and
if you
park.
push an automatic transmission car while it's in park, it will not try and turn over the engine.
Yeah,
it
because
disengages, but it also locks up the planetary gear set.
I'm not sure if it does anything any different to first. I mean, there's not a special
Oh,
cog
I
in
don't
there.
like this map.
What was just a fixed sort of place to sort of
Whoa!
mesh
On
into?
top of that,
Bugger!
actually, no, it wouldn't try and turn the engine anyways. 'Cause that's not how a torque converter works.
But yeah, I say with my car, I leave my car in reverse when I'm not using it, rather than use the handbrake. Because I've got drum brakes at the back of my car, and they're horrible for seizing. Sorry, Blood Rose.
It'll crash.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
We've been leaving the Kia Niro, the works car, in well, basically leaving the parking brake off and just leaving it in park in the gearbox, because otherwise, when you do come to take it off the stand, even if it's just a week, the racket, it is unbelievable how quickly that thing gets rusted on.
Yep. Well, I mean, say on my spot car, it's drum brakes. It's even worse because it's got a big shoe.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, big rig drifting.
I've no idea what to do at the Echo site. If it's just Esmia, that is odd.
Shaka, it's hard enough driving this damn thing.
It must be Esmir, surely. It's a signal coming from Esmir to something on your computer.
No, because Esmia's going the same thing as everybody else. There's no way it's just Esmia. Either everyone's echoing or no one is. I think I might have a flat
What
tire.
I find confusing about voice meter and the way we start thinking about all this, all the sound systems and things is, you've got your outputs like headphones and speakers, and you've got your inputs like microphones, but then you've got outputs which are software, like things to go onto streams and go into software. It's just really confusing.
Yeah, and they as well. It's not
real ones.
So
not
they are.
ones,
Well, well, the thing is, it's not confusing once you look in Windows Sound Mixer, because you spot there's 2 extra sound cards in there basically. So they just turn up as software sound cards. And the parking brake locks the transmission shaft to the transmission case by engaging a pawl. Ah, yeah, there you go. It has a little teeny cog that sits in if you've got a P position.
Got a commode?
Oh.
You need a P position.
Where's Malcolm tonight? I'm on fire. Fight the pain. Maybe it's performance enhancing ibuprofen that's lowering the such great lap times.
So it's drugs, cheating.
Drugs, yeah.
Don't do drugs, kids. Don't
I gotta
do
go.
drugs.
Well, no, do drugs because you get much better lap times. Gotta go snort some paracetamol after this.
Oh yeah. And then top it off with some aspirin.
Oh yeah, get the good shit.
Excuse me while I grab some Ultram.
Oh yes, and some methadone. Oh no, one of them. Was that one that really spaced? My friend had some real strong painkillers, and basically he said he found it spaced him out, so he couldn't do anything. It's absolutely bloody useless on him.
Isn't methadone the heroin substitute?
Yes.
Yeah, maybe I'm not thinking of that then. Maybe something else.
What's the one that makes me go loopy? It's a strong over-the-counter.
Tramadol. That's the one I think. Not tramadol.
Tramadol, yeah. No, tramadol's that's not. Well, it's.
Wait, tramadol is over the counter?
No, that's a tranquilizer.
Prescription.
It's bloody hell, Max. That was impressive.
I don't know about tranquilizer. It doesn't make me sleepy at all.
No, tramadol is
It keeps me up.
It's a.
It makes me not care.
Yeah, calms you down. I had tramadol to do my driving test because I kept panicking, and tramadol was all. And then I could just feel my body try and panic, and it went, nah. You get the onset of that flush of adrenaline,
back
and then
in
it goes.
2008, when my doctors were like, because we were having a big rash or string of people that were drinking while they were on like Percocet. And so, we had a bunch of people dying. So all the doctors were like, okay, we're taking everybody off Percocet and all that stuff, and just everybody gets tramadol. And it's been tramadol since, but back then it was just like going from Percocet to tramadol was like, wow, this does nothing. And I ended up describing it as, if anything, it doesn't kill the pain, it just makes me not care. And so I called it damn it all.
Like it.
Right, so when I click on server options now, nothing happens. It just does nothing. Oh, there we go. Oh, right, it just said high ping and then did nothing. Brilliant. I'm going to put it back to C's. So this is the one. Thank you, Jay, for telling me what track this was, because I've now remembered with my brain.
I thought that's what the point with Schalke's new video format really shows you which track is what.
Yeah. I mean, I'll memorize them. I'm beginning to, and I can now memorize all the ones with the easy names like Deathloop and Wrecknado. This is Eagles Peak.
What level are we going to?
Eagles Peak.
Oh, yeah, this one.
Yeah, you've done.
Eagles Peak C's. Sai, now you're on stream. Is it any better, by the way, or is it said exactly the same? Like, I don't know what else I can really manage. I'm only sending the video capture device out to the stream. Unhide all. Yeah, there's no hidden ones. It's the only one that's unmuted. Max, you will need a different car.
Oh, right, thank you. Oh, I was just trying to get that thing where it spins around and fucks your view over.
Yes, it's settings something. Esmir, can you just say one word?
It does make sense.
Fortress Craft.
Somebody else to do one word? Max, you're quite loud.
Main menu.
Two words. That's alright, it's fine. I so you do one simple thing and you balls it up. Seriously, man.
Yeah, man. Even the fallible, get used to it.
Damn, I should have said squirrel.
The problem I've got is I'm trying to push sounds onto the Discord stream. And the only way to get it into Discord is through the Discord input.
Yes.
And the Discord input has got AGR and crisp, which I want for my voice, but I don't want it for everything else, because then it just clips soundboard and makes them sound crap.
It shouldn't make any difference. I mean, the AGC should just be near a nice volume, and as long as you're not actually, outputting sound effects, like sound that would be damped away, it should work. Like if you go, it doesn't know whether that's from your microphone or from your soundboard, for example.
Yeah, I might not need the voice meter banana.
Yeah, it's a brilliant piece of software. It's really good, just with an awful interface.
You get the idea of the inputs and the outputs, and then there's this virtual patching which I haven't touched yet either.
Basically, what they could do with is changing the virtual patching to have nice symbols across it to show. There are a lot of programs. What they do is they'll actually have like a pin board where you can see the cables. Here you got to go. This is here, so I can see that one's up to A3. So my headset is going out there, but then I can hear myself. Echo. Not sure if you guys can hear that echo.
We can.
Echo.
That's a serious echo.
So why can you hear the? See, that doesn't make any sense because Discord's coming in on. Oh, wait a minute. Discord's coming in on. No, it's not.
B1 or B2?
What is Discord doing again?
Discord is. So you guys want to hear me, blah, to B2.
Discord is coming in.
I think 2 channels now.
And then if I put that to the B2 is the... I wish I had better names, Orcs output. Hello. Can you hear me? Can you hear me and is there an echo?
Yes.
Echo. Oh, I can hear.
I can hear myself as well.
No echo on DJ.
Wow, I like the way you guys just literally just said opposite things.
It was there and then it stopped being there, so it's fine.
So
fixed it.
That goes to Discord. I might maybe fix the echo, but yeah, I could just do with some. Oh, we're going. Just gone beep. Oh, it stopped beeping. I'm ready whenever, by the way. But you're all set to not ready, which is very polite, but.
I've learned my lesson. I keep getting kicked out of the thing when I'm trying to do something. So, yeah, I don't want that on anybody.
Why have I got a bloody great big hot dog in my view?
You've got someone bloody big hot dog behind you.
That's how it always looks to me in a full-length mirror.
With your giant wang.
That's exactly my joke, yes.
Very nice.
Or my giant hot dog, one of the two.
Hot doggy wogger.
As the old saying goes, you no mess with low wang.
Yeah.
Oh, Jay is taking this very seriously. He's getting away. He's getting away from me, Physic!
Damn, not getting as good of drifts as I used to. Oh, no, you don't.
Plug me into a bloody tree then!
No. What are you doing? No.
What's going on back there?
Me and oh fuck! I've got to do the
I have
jump.
to reset?
Yeah, me too.
Damn.
Okay, I got no benefit from that whatsoever.
Just said it's both back to last.
Oh dear, I apologise a little bit.
It's okay, it's all good fun.
The only thing Max is apologising for is for not getting more advantage out of ramming you. I'm sorry I did that. It didn't help me.
Yeah.
Jay's coming up on the back markers now, so then I can hopefully make my move. Hey Jay, I was wondering if I could buy you a drink.
Find a carding, please. Got wings?
So how can we have
just trying to climb the ramp.
How can we have 19 cars in the race? That doesn't make any sense.
It should fill them with bots, right?
Yes, it should.
Do Rex count towards that number?
I don't know. Oh no, I can see a Max and an Esmir just crossing my path.
Slow markers will be eliminated. Back markers will be eliminated.
Yeah, but I've just like... It's a shame there isn't what would I call it? Like a series of over and under S's. So it's like a zigzag up and down the track.
Yeah. Be like a helix.
Yeah, but so you'd have to time your crossover.
Slow.
No! Oh my god, that was close, Max. I must have missed you by about 4 inches.
Oh, fuck you, Johnny Robotic.
I think that's got to be my best run on that.
That was great. Oh, see, sometimes I don't even notice the chair doesn't work. It's so odd. I've got to
so smooth, the driver.
Is there any way to sort of detecting which car
I'm not
you're
hearing
in?
anything. Are you okay?
So some games will send a message saying which car you're in, but WreckFest, because we've had to hack this in, unfortunately is not one of them.
I actually apologise for that one. My car was a little bit over-spec compared to other people's, I think.
I worried that I might have...
No, Jay, you didn't.
that head on.
So, as we said, the thing about faster cars is they don't give you that much of an advantage. It just means that when you screw up far more spectacularly.
This is true, but I still feel like it's cheating.
What were you in?
I realized that the progress here is not speed, but you get more armor and then you need to compensate with engine. You actually get more health.
Yes.
Which means you can be more violent for the same speed.
Wipe the rabbit foam from your chin there, Schalke. All I needed then was an evil laugh.
From the knife of Malcolm.
Oh. So we're going up for Bs. Yeah, Jay, you had a whole 1 extra horsepower per ton over me. I don't think that was why you that victory was fair and square. You got you got that's brake horsepower per ton. That number. That's why adding armor makes the number go down, and also why it's not a good number because it indicates how much you go around corners.
Measure setting. It's a good number.
Oh, I will resync. But I am tempted to add in a thing, so if the cars stop moving, it quietly goes away and resynchronizes to it. Oh, limo, speedy, good choice. Speedy's brilliant, I love it.
Just trying to...
Speedy. Front wheel drive. Light.
Mute.
Mute.
Mute. Don't do shit, does it? No, that's fine.
Oh, right. Because all we heard was...
No, that's
mute. All we heard was...
easy to destroy it.
Yes, I know what you heard.
Yeah, no, but from our point of view, it's like...
I was saying it.
Now it's like you were very politely going, shut up, shut up, shut up. Going, mute.
No. I was muting my input for my microphone, but I'm not actually routing it anywhere useful. It's going straight into... I think all the audio is coming... Yeah, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
You can take multiple... You can take the microphone to multiple places.
Yes.
It's not a one-to-one relationship.
This is correct. You can set it up to 5 places in banana and more in potato.
No. Discord is using my microphone directly.
Yeah.
Plus, it's coming up in voice to banana. Plus, it's coming up in voice mode.
Yeah, but that's not routing it. That's introspecting it. Yeah, unlimited devices can introspect it, but you can route it places. I really would like voice to banana to become part of Windows in a less crap way. Like it's a great piece of software. It really is. It's just awkward to work out what's going on. Excuse me.
Well, it's disturbing then, Rana. I'm looking at this giant missile in the back of my car. I'm like, where's this coming from? Because I've got a giant penis in the back of my top of my head.
Ah, that sucks, Tad. I don't know why you're having such problems.
Hey.
I'm also failing to lock on as well.
No, it's how its networking is built.
Still think you should work out why the fuck you can't get Starlink.
Adam, I was just thinking, is there no information that you can introspect that says DJ Arcus against a vehicle and then lock onto that?
Probably not. So, I mean, I'm... Right now, I think I have a slightly different... I might just need to restart SRS. I am locked onto it, but it's not going anywhere useful. Well...
Oh my god, thank you, Max. You flipped me right back onto my wheels.
You're welcome.
That was a fucking spectacular landing on Schalke that causes both the physics.
Yep.
And I was just doing flips and...
Are you planning on staying out for this corner, Jay?
Fun stuff.
Because I wasn't. But maybe I should have.
Oh, I like the exhausts. Rana's, what would you prefer?
Because I can order down.
I do like the exhausts on that, they're pretty awesome.
Do it, Tad. Get proper internet.
Ah! Isn't it like
Whoa!
expensive to get Starlink?
Experimental as fuck.
I don't know, actually. How much?
$500. Yeah.
500 what, a month?
Payment or like subscription?
It's cheaper than anything else that offers...
No. 500 for the satellite. And then $100 a month.
Internet.
Okay.
£100 for the satellite. Bloody hell,
That's
that's
nice.
cheap.
Holy shit, for the speeds you can get.
Well, I've seen someone build me a satellite for £500.
I think he
Yeah,
means the dish, not the satellite.
The dish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm curious at what point it makes a profit, because you need an awful lot of $500 subscriptions to pay back a, however many $100 million satellite.
Yeah, but if it's better than Usenet, it's already kicked butt. Yeah.
But, I mean, the important...
Awful.
About Usenet or something.
The important thing is, Max, he has no choice.
Starlink is targeting coverage in your area in the future rollout. I guess that means I can't get it.
Yeah, because they're geostationary, I presume. So they're covering a specific, they're targeted at a specific point.
They are looking to try and make it so that it's available to mobile users, so you don't have it in a stationary spot.
Yeah, I mean, again,
so you could put it on like a mobile home or something.
I assume you've looked
an RV or something.
Yeah, I assume you've looked into this tab, but I mean, if you've got unlimited network bandwidth, you should be able to get pretty good, 5G, whatever. No, not abuse it. You just get unlimited data. But like that's what's the word? That's really good.
I've already got unlimited data, but we're too far away from the tower for consistent internet from it.
Gotcha. Because my mum...
Why don't you get an aerial, like Peter, so you can then run locally?
My mum lives in the absolute arse end of nowhere, but she's up on a hill and she can see the radio mast from where she is.
Ah, yes, microwave. Those are nice, kind of.
You going to Band-Aids now?
But it's saying Starlink is targeting coverage.
I'm curious to know about the microwave.
No, it beams out to, it has to be line of sight.
Yeah.
But it can go like 30, 50 miles.
Oh, really? It's pretty sort of focused frequency.
Your beam sucks.
Yeah, thinking with microwaves. So we used to use microwave internet at Codemasters, and it's not, you don't just set it up. We had to get specialized engineers out, and every so often a bird would fly into it, and when the bird flew into it, we'd have to get the specialized engineer out, and we only had like 20 megabit, and I think that's a 25 watt microwave beam. Like,
holy hell.
Oh yeah,
and
it's an awful lot.
If it's precipitating heavy, then your internet's going to be shit.
Same as Sky TV.
Yeah.
That one. There's a storm. And I only knew the storm was getting our way, but
I cannot get Starlink right now.
5 seconds.
Yeah, there's been a few wireless things in the UK. None have really taken off because we're quite a small country.
Not meant to be facetious, Tad, but in the UK, we don't have masses of land, farms, and nothing around them for some places, but it's not common.
Yeah.
Is it a possibility that you've considered moving somewhere better with internet? Or is that just a dumb question?
Well, when I actually moved house, what it was, I would check how much was the rent. Does it allow cats? And the next thing I would do is I would look up on the internet whether or not you could. What my internet speed was. So when I actually chose where to live, the internet speed was part of that decision. So if you're already there, it's a bit late. Do you own your house, Tad, or are you?
When I was looking for apartments last, that was like the criteria. I first went to the ISP I wanted and said, okay, where do you cover? And then I looked for apartments within that area.
Mostly in this country, it's how far are you from the cabinet equals your internet speed.
For yourself, yeah.
3 houses away.
Nice.
I hope this is going to work.
So it looks like I can send Starlink $100, and it says fully refundable, depending on location. Some orders may take up to 6 months or more to fulfill. So I could I could put my name in for Starlink, but I don't pay. But Starlink says it's not even gonna start targeting this area until mid to late 2021, which is about 6 months from now.
Oh, they'll have it up soon. They're going so fast. They're going much faster than
6 months.
Projected.
I mean, this may sound a dumb question, but I've got to know.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure the
Go on.
Tad is so lagged.
Oh, sorry. I was just saying, are they basically copying and pasting the same satellite and just basically sticking them all up the same?
Yeah,
Sort of thing?
yeah. 42,000 satellites
That's
is
why
the final goal.
Yeah, they're all networking themselves together.
Zigbee or
Iridium phone satellites. They're really tiny, but there's a lot of them.
It never crossed my mind that you could use it as a mesh network in space.
Yep,
yeah,
that's
there's
what
nothing
it
to get in
is.
the way potentially.
Yeah.
It's just, 500 kilometers up?
Yeah. I want to know if their handshake procedure between all the satellites could be used for cell phones too. Because if I'm driving down the road, sometimes the cell phone towers really don't like talking to each other.
Yeah. What? Bouncing up from a cell phone tower and then down to another cell phone tower. I mean, assume cell phone towers are wired rather than relying on wireless the whole way.
Oh, some must be relays.
Yeah, they're but the way they handshake between the phone is pretty trash.
Yeah, but bear in mind, cell phone towers by definition have to have power. So they're definitely wired into something, and it would boggle my mind you would use up a huge chunk of your wireless bandwidth talking to another cell phone tower when you could just wire it.
Depends where it is.
I'm talking about my cell phone while I'm driving.
Well, yeah, but your cell phone won't be able to connect to Starlink. There's nowhere near it. You'd need a satellite dish on your car, damn it.
No, I'm not talking about Starlink.
Again, this is where Iridium satellite phones were interesting.
Go on.
I used several of those in Iraq.
Ooh.
So they do connect to orbit directly?
They do, yeah, but those are enormous. Like, massive grey aerials.
And you got this giant fucking antenna that's the length of the entire phone sticking up.
Do you know how long
And that's how you can
Starlink
tell if a
satellites
phone
are
is a
supposed to last?
satellite phone or not. Does it have a ginormous antenna?
It's a CB.
That is a good question.
Years, just deorbit and burn up, don't they? But I can't remember how long
With
it was.
space?
Well, yeah, because I see they run off solar and batteries and things.
Space.
Yeah.
Hey,
Still a
right.
phone. Just doesn't hook up to a tower.
Oh, what?
Thanks for knocking me out on that.
What did I do to you, Max? I was literally parked by the side of the road, twiddling the motion, and Max is like, "I'm gonna get him."
I couldn't choose. Because you were hiding, I couldn't see you.
That's it. That's it. So
Once you get past that finish line, controls are gone.
So my motion is now working perfectly, but for some reason my steering wheel isn't. Oh, and then WreckFest has just done something. Oh, now my steering wheel's not doing anything. It's completely floppy in my hand. Totally floppy in my hand right now.
Oh, you're still playing?
I am. Ah.
It's not fighting you. Try now.
Yeah, no, the steering wheel's complete.
1,445 satellites launched, 67 deorbited, so there's 1,378 in orbit.
And how much they cost? I'm curious what their break-even point is, you see.
Probably more than 500.
Well, I think they're assuming more than one person per satellite, aren't they?
About 20.
I assume I assume more than 20 people per satellite as well.
Do they launch a single rocket for a single satellite, or do they deliver them multiple at
Oh, yeah. Dozens and dozens of them.
For what?
Tin like sardines.
Starlink? They release like 60 to 100 per launch. If you watch, you can see like this huge band just fly off and then they just separate out.
Isn't space brilliant?
Yeah, you see them like a line going across the sky.
Like a
Although a bit
constellation.
less so now because they're getting. Well, no, the constellations once they've spread out into their constellation, but when they're launched, they form a line. They're upsetting astronomers with the reflections, so they've made some adjustments now so that they don't cause so much light pollution.
Is that a fancy way of saying they're now painted black?
No, they've done something like they have a thing that rotates across them like a cowl, I think.
Or stop them reflecting the light back down.
They need to be black in other spectrums too, I think.
Bit racist.
So it's your
It's an
comment about
optical
your
property.
So I've got motion, but no force feedback. How weird. It's just not the steering wheel not doing anything. It's just centering.
Floppy.
Okay. Jay's off in his dragster. How's that?
440 quid for hardware, 90 quid a month.
How's that cornering for you there, Blood Rose? Oi!
That's the thing about the internet. The 5 available area, I can get up to 900 megabits synchronous. I'm tempted to do that because it's super cheap. It's £40 a month.
Up to 900 synchronous, right?
No, it says 900. It doesn't say up to.
I suspect there's an up to somewhere in the fine print. Guaranteed 900. Like you can get guaranteed gigabit. That gets into the realms of very expensive business class. Like guaranteed is a very rare thing. No, you're guaranteeing an average or a peak.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it might be average, something like that. But it's £40 a month. But they're saying get it before the end of June because then the price is going to go up. Like, how much is it going to go up by? Will Virgin actually be a Virgin from looking at their current pricing? I'm thinking, certainly if they do offer gigabit, it's going to be stupidly expensive.
Well, as I said, the UK have a target. The UK have a target for the 85% of the country to have access to 1 gigabit by 2025. That's one of their targets.
Yeah.
It's like, there's always point out it probably means that 85% of the population.
Better lower the fucking price.
Not 85% of the country. Not 85% of the coverage, because obviously that would involve. Sucker. That would involve then it's like, oh, rural communities be left behind. It's like, well, yeah.
Yeah, and.
Well.
Welcome to infrastructure.
Yeah, but I mean.
Not rural either. That's the daft thing.
Yeah.
I mean, some of it's because of the legacy crap that was put down post-war. You know, it's just like, oh, you've got old infrastructure, therefore we're not talking about it because it's old.
Yeah, well, we can do, but then, like where my mum lives, it's 7 houses and a pub, and it's about 11 miles from the nearest sort of major urban population. So they have to run a long cable a long way for all of about a dozen people. No, Blood didn't split out. Blood Rose.
The community has to get involved.
Blood Rose tangled and came off worse. That's what happened. No, I don't think, Max, when you say community, I'm not exaggerating. My mum lives in a hamlet of 7 houses. There is no community. There's 7 households.
Well, I mean, 7 households have to get together and say what to...
And what? And say that to who? Who do you say that to? And they'd be like, yeah, sure, it costs £500,000. There's 7 of us.
Yeah, they have to put the money together, obviously.
Yeah, but that's not feasible. You're talking about hundreds of thousands of pounds.
You apply for lottery funding, you apply for other kinds of funding for it.
Again,
pay out your own pocket.
It's never going to happen. There's too few people.
Rubbish.
I've
seen other people do it. It's been on television lots of times.
Yeah, it's been on television
They got it for
tens.
Where the communities paid for it.
Yeah, where tens of thousands of people, tens of thousands of communities, and it's happened, a couple of dozen times. Don't forget, most people, they would treat a small village as being 5 or 10,000 people. There it is feasible. I mean, there's a place near us that is it Barn Wi-Fi? Barn Wireless? V3RN, I think it's called. And that's fine. I can understand it being feasible, but not for a genuine hamlet the size of my mum's place. There's no sensible solution here. It's just too small, unfortunately. But she does get good wireless, so, it's not all bad. And let me turn... There we go. Car reset. And switch. Oh. But yeah, the point is, Max, you're saying that you've seen it on the news. That's the whole point. It's such a rare feel-good story.
Yeah,
it gets covered. That's the thing. It's not a common thing, which is shit. I suspect, honestly, that wireless will be the future. Whether it's satellite or microwave or whatever.
I mean, that's the thing about developing countries. They go straight to wireless and skip the wires. What's going on here?
We're
What's the requirement for this level?
C's at the moment.
Oh, okay. It's just using a bit difficult.
Oh, if nothing else, people will nick the.
It does.
In the bottom left. In the bottom left. And it says rules change, but that's all it says because we're not typing. It's a bit hard to see. Okay, let's.
Left is the right way, right?
Left is the right way. In this track, we go round it counterclockwise. I mean, you can go around it how you like, Shaka. We're not going to judge you, except silently on the inside and maybe in a comment on your stream afterwards.
Engagement.
Yeah, engagement.
Yeah. Are you recording now at a much higher bit rate?
Yes, I have the dual setup, so the local storage is using a way higher thing.
Yeah, it's a huge pain. I mean, I'm stuck with my stream qualities. I'm stuck with obviously upload, so I'm hammering up at 6.3.
Well, hold on, can't you
I could.
For it? So you spin it up to a local disk and spin it out the disk at whatever rate it can handle it at.
No, the issue is getting it up to Twitch. I've got. Oh no, it's lagging. No, I've got no. Yeah, I can't do a stream. I can't do a 3-hour stream like that.
Then it could be a 6-hour stream.
Well, I could. Max, what? Yeah, what you're saying is I could upload it afterwards. Yes, I could certainly do that. I could upload a 3-hour stream at the end of the stream.
Delayed start
Of 3 hours.
Then we would be missed out on all the chat interactivity.
Yeah.
As long as all the packets arrive in, as long as the sequence is still there.
Yeah.
When it starts?
Well, yeah, because
I mean, like it starts at 9 o'clock.
we've got real-time chat.
Oh yeah.
I'd also have to delay it by a couple of hours. But the issue isn't YouTube. I can upload video of superb quality in real-time to YouTube. The issue is Twitch. Twitch doesn't allow anything higher than 6 megabit. That's its cap. If you go above that, it will assume you're DDoSing it and throttle it. Yeah, 6 megabit is extremely difficult to get 1080p 60 video in real time. You can do it as a post-process video, so you can do 2-pass encoding and stuff, which is what Schalke will have to do for high-quality video. But yeah, it's very tricky to get good videos on the internet. That's why a lot of people just don't manage it. I think I'm streaming at 48 frames a second, 1080. I should probably be doing 60/720.
You're not half the frame rate? Or go to 30 or something?
Not in a racing game. 6 megabits. I wish it was 60. Yeah, the thing is, Twitch haven't.
When was that? When did you last check that?
Well, that's what I was about to say. Twitch haven't changed its number.
Randomly slow number.
Yeah, they haven't changed it in about.
Slow.
Yeah, but they haven't changed it in about a decade. It's been like that since they started. They've never gone higher.
Well, should there not be someone having in words other than saying, like, or do high quality? I can't. But,
yeah, you're right. Hey, Twitch, although you're number one and vastly out in front of the whole market, could you change the way you work for me? Oh, okay. No, what Twitch needs is a competitor. Well, what Twitch needs is a competitor, really, but it doesn't have one.
Float plane.
There was Bean, but I don't know what happened.
I guess there's a network effort going on, so a competitor would. Like
well, it became Mixer, didn't it? Microsoft.
Yeah,
Beam died.
Beam became Beam got bought by Mixer, and then Microsoft shut down Mixer because I don't know why. Idiots.
Because nobody was using it.
Well,
except for apparently us.
It's a shame because there was a point where their streaming protocol was really good compared to Twitch, and the latency was very, very low. In fact, it was about the only thing you could play things like Jackbox on well.
Yeah, so that technology has become their streaming technology, so it's not gone away. It's just no longer a Twitch competitor. It is the way that they do the remote streaming of Xbox games.
So it's not streaming out to the public. It's private one-to-one connection.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Twitch still has quite high latency, even in its low latency mode.
Yeah, it's horrible. What annoys me is it's not a difficult problem to solve. So if you're behind, but let's say more than 1 second, you play the stream at 101% and you just slowly catch up, so you're always 1 second behind. Which confused me by YouTube. Just it can end up further and further behind with no automatic catch up, and I don't know why anyone would write code like that and then ship it and then leave it like that for a decade. It's a trivial thing to overcome.
Well, even if they did it in quite a janky way, like you know, just periodically restarting to catch up in a noticeable way, that would be better than getting further and further behind a live event, probably.
Yeah. Well, as I said, YouTube has the ability to play back at an arbitrary rate anyway, so they've already got the code. Oh, did I resync to my car? Maybe.
Full feedback, mate.
It's centering, but it's not doing anything else. To be fair, I think I might just be a bit spoiled by SnowRunner, which does have excellent force feedback. Don't forget, also bear in mind, Max, every time I should get a bit of steering wheel force feedback, I've also got an issue that the rest of my chair is vibrating at the same time. So there's quite a lot of things going on, so it's sometimes a bit hard to work out where it's actually coming from.
Things are hard and there are stuff coming out.
Fuck you, Humphrey.
Well, what Adam's saying is that his steering wheel doesn't shake him; he shakes the steering wheel.
Now it's working now. My ABS kicked in. I can feel it vibrating. So I'm trying to just say just far enough behind the back marker, so I'm not having to go up the pack. I'm currently miles ahead, which makes me a bit. Oh, see, now I have to run the gauntlet of the entire pack. It did not work.
When some of the buses were out for block, that was more like the point. That's not they have to get through the back, they get to go through the back.
Just push through.
Or get knocked
Damn
over.
it! That's exactly what I was going to do, Schalke. I was going to aim at you, and you aimed at me, and it all went a bit wrong.
No, we have perfect balance. We ride with each other.
I like that level. I should have put it on more laps.
Do it again then.
Yeah. I wish there was a ramp truck in this game. Oh, look at Max's lap.
Oh my god,
Yeah, with a ramp on the front of it. Absolutely.
There's a lot of armor that pretty much mimics that.
Okay, so I will be crystal clear. We're now getting up to 5 laps, so maybe a little more care in looking after your car. Oh, Shackle's picked a school bus. Never mind.
Isn't that more important?
It's more important to avoid the school bus, yes.
I think Max is just trying to destroy me.
Well, you're there. You're a
I've
target.
got it in just for you.
Just
I've got it in
anyone.
just for you, Jay.
Anyone without a star in their name.
Yeah. With the star name in the way.
No bus.
Yes, bus.
Damn, I had more straight line speed than Jay. I was going to push him, but then you put me into a spin. Oh, I like your spoiler, Esmir.
I was just wondering if
Oops.
Tad could turn his game's updates frequency down. Would that help
I think there's actually a server option for something like that.
Bumper
The clock option
my
is
rear wheels were touch.
him? Mine's set to 30 Hz, but you can set it to 60 Hz, and I think down to 15.
Oh, what, the network bandwidth? Oh, that is a good point, actually.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
you
yeah.
can't you? Yes, try that, Tad, definitely. The thing is, I mean, I don't know if you've actually tried talking to Tad, but he's so lagged on Discord.
Turning it to what?
Low as it will go.
No.
20 or 60 hertz?
Low as it will go. What's it currently set to?
30.
I thought the default was 30.
30 will genuinely.
Less often.
It will. I think it's only send rate, but yeah. But yeah, that will definitely reduce your bandwidth requirement by 2/3. Sorry, 2/3. Oops. Oh, that's going to be one for the highlight reel. I saw Schalke and then just rolled all in front of him.
Why Schalke?
Oh no, the head time has been... well...
This is the assist.
Bye!
Having driven one of those minis in this game, I'm thinking,
Whoa.
why would anybody drive a classic mini in real life? Because it's so... by today's standards, like, you're going to kill yourself if you actually crash, ever.
Because they go around corners really, really, really well. Really, really, really well.
So do most cars.
No, really well. Far, far, far in excess of almost anything else on the road. They are brilliant fun to drive and absolute mind-boggling little tiny death traps.
Yeah.
But fun.
There's
But,
the
you know.
last bit there.
Yeah, that's why the smart cars are good. Because
Mind-boggling
the smart cars have most of the advantages and are super duper safe.
But they're not iterated on them.
The Roadster, no, the Roadster was a commercial flop, and he sold 27,000 of them, I think. So yeah, that's it, I'm afraid. The smart car they have, the 4.2.
Yeah, right thing,
Yeah, the 4.2, they sold like, yeah, that's a super popular car, and that has the same Tritium safety cell. It's not a very fun car to drive because it's quite high and quite short. So a friend of mine has a very powerful modded one. I think 180 horsepower. When you put your foot down, it feels like the front two wheels are coming off the ground because it lurches back, and it's quite short. It's not. It's cool, but not very pleasant to drive.
That was bloody good fun.
Wasn't going to be just for you, see?
There's a lot of death there.
And Gibbs. Don't forget the Gibbs.
There is a lot of Gibbs. I think it's Jibs, but no, it'd be Giblets, Giblets. Yes, it's Jib.
Yeah,
Yes, it's not Giblets.
Gibbs,
Well,
no. That was so awesome.
Are we sure it's not yips?
Giblets.
Gibbs.
Yeah, you can have a soft G, so it can be Gibbs.
Not in a GIF though.
No, in a GIF. So in Old English, GIF would be pronounced GIF.
Not a GIF though. GIFs are not GIFs, they are GIFs. And
Yeah.
they're on their website.
No, the person who invented them
It's
is wrong.
being pronounced graphics.
Graphic. No,
Yeah.
he's wrong.
So-
The guy that came up with it. He can
Yeah.
fuck off.
So in
Doesn't matter if he created it. He's wrong. If he doesn't know how to fucking pronounce English, then he's fucking
well,
wrong.
he is
Yeah,
Finnish,
yeah.
isn't he? So I believe he's foreign. The guy who pronounced.
Making up a name, you can say how you want.
He
That's what we were saying the other on stream the other
He
day.
can, but he can't tell other people how to say it.
should say how he
It's an
thinks it should be said.
acronym. The words it's made from.
Yeah, graphic, GIF. But as I said,
Graphics is a G.
you have the
not
European GIF, you have the English GIF, and then you have the Old English YIF. And I think we can all agree which one it's not.
I'm sorry to be that guy, but it's not an
Yeah,
acronym.
it's
It's
not,
not a
yeah.
phrase.
That means
It's not
something
something
totally
wait,
different.
Sorry, did you just say it's an initialism? It's a GIF? I don't think
It's
it
not
is. It's not an
It's not
it's,
an acronym.
it's not an initialism either.
Okay, well, it's pronounced GIF. There you go.
It's
not
an acronym.
Must be right. Maybe.
Hold on, which is it? So initialism, you say them out. An acronym is the first letter. No, initialism, you say them out loud. So CIA is an initialism because you say the initials. Which is why is it not an acronym? Graphics interchange format, GIF, first letter of each. So it is a acronym?
Initialism doesn't have to be, you don't have to say each letter, it's just an abbreviation that doesn't form an existing word. An acronym is where it's a word, as well as the first letter of each word.
I'm afraid the only reason I can't Google to check that you're wrong is because I'm strapped into a chair. Can I buy a what?
What do you mean, flash Google to check that I'm right?
Well, yeah, but you're not, because an initialism is something you say as an... It's not pronounceable, because there's pronounceable things, but you can't, like, CD is an initialism, because it's not could. It's CD. You pronounce the initials, hence initialism versus acronym.
That just makes an abbreviation, not an acronym.
Abbreviation just means short for something else. Like, I could say, etc. That's an abbreviation. That's not an initialism or an acronym, it's just a short version. So, yeah, so an abbreviation. Yeah, but but abbreviation is a wider term. It has nothing to do with. Yeah, it simply means it's shorter than a longer version.
It's a wider term. Well, it's correct.
Yeah,
Being a wider term doesn't make it wrong.
Yeah, but it's just not relevant. Initialism is the first letter. I'm absolutely sure of this. You pronounce the letter of each one. This is why it's NASA is not an initialism. That'd be the NASA, but the NASA is an initialism. If I'm wrong, what are the two terms I'm talking about called then?
The space agency and the spy thing.
Well, yeah, but one's NASA, an abbreviation, acronym, sorry. Both abbreviations, and CIA, initialism. CD, initialism. FBI, initialism. FUBI, not a real thing. I'm dead. I'm out.
Oh.
I have suffered a catastrophic...
Does it still keep sending numbers for the physics though?
Oh, yes.
Oh, nice. So even though you're out, you're still getting flashed around.
Oh, I like your skin.
Oh my god, that AI's name is Dick Shooter.
An initialism is an acronym that is pronounced as individual letters. For example, DNA, RT-PCR. An acronym is made up of parts of the phrase that stands for is pronounced as a word. Elsa, AIDS, and GABA. I am absolutely right.
So what are we saying? What are we talking about now?
Initialism versus acronym.
Which particular initialism? Which one? Oh, GIF versus GIF, yeah.
Well, no, because that isn't an initialism, because you don't say GIF.
Yeah.
If you do, you're wrong.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So it's not an initialism, therefore the initialism rules don't apply. How are we supposed to say it? They say, please say GIF.
Well, the thing is, the guy who created it is foreign and would use... no, it isn't. And would pronounce he would pronounce it differently. And the same way the correct pronounce it is Mojang, not Mojang, for instance.
Yeah. But you were saying we had to say it as Mojang because
you should say it.
You have to say it as the person who made it up.
You should say it as Mojang, in the same way you shouldn't call it Paris or Ibiza. It should be Ibiza. It's Ibiza.
Yeah.
You shouldn't pronounce it wrong when it's a thing that has it's a real thing that has a pronunciation. But yeah, it should be GIF, but that offends my sensibilities.
Pronunciation, not pronunciation.
That's just a regional thing, that's fine. But anyway, initialism is when you say the first letter. I looked it up, Google agrees with it. The internet disagrees with you, so...
What region?
You should refer to a book called the dictionary, which tells you how to say words. That's what
region pronunciation.
No, initialism is when you say the first letter. I just looked it up. CIA, initialism, NASA, acronym. I can't believe I got wiped out so quickly. I know I'm dead. I died like halfway through the first lap.
It's a little car.
Yeah, it's a little dead car.
Little can of spam.
I should go. I haven't tried. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do it in the. Oh, wait. I'm back in the level. I'm back in the garage, and my car's on fire.
Yeah.
I'd like a car that's not on fire, please, sir. No, not nice. Very bad.
F-word 69. Okay.
Oh man, if he was F-word 69420, he'd just be the coolest person. I like the way that we use GIF or GIF, just to mean video.
Oh, okay, bye.
Phil.
Is Phil?
I remember animated GIFs were all the rage, weren't they?
Well, they still are, but generally it's now an MP4.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. Well, you get because GIF is limited to 2.6 color still.
Avatars on forums and things.
Yeah, well, once you got animated JPEG, GIF sort of disappeared by the wayside. My God, you're in some very fragile cars.
I'm using what it gives or has available for me.
Vehicles then unavailable.
I didn't hear a word of that because you just talked over each other.
Sorry.
And I blame Tad's internet. Tad's always about
Just
2
for
seconds lag.
completeness.
Yeah?
Wikipedia says acronyms form from a string of initials and usually pronounced as individual letters. Specifically, are sometimes more specifically called initialisms or alphabetisms.
Yep. That's what I
Acronyms
said.
that are usually pronounced as words, such as AIDS and SCUBA, are sometimes called word acronyms to disambiguate them more clearly from initialisms, especially since some users of the term initialism use acronym in a narrow sense, meaning only the type sounded out as letters.
Yes, some people do it right and some don't.
Well, it's less distinct according to Wikipedia.
Wait,
A grey area.
Yeah, but writing down, some people do it wrong. As I said, this is why it annoys me. There's no word that means literally, and this thoroughly angers me. And I wish to find a word I can use that means literally.
But putting it all together, then, it's kind of futile getting too upset about anything in English because you'll always get someone going, "Well, language evolves," which is true.
Yes, but this is why you have the dictionary.
Changes. Yeah.
What was the words of
definitions.
What was the word of this year? I can't remember now. The new words.
New words in.
Yeah, but they always get like a new word, and it's always. Yeah, I was wondering if it was woke.
Ouch.
Do you mean 2021?
I don't know if we've had them this year. I guess we haven't. I guess it's too soon.
Pandemic.
Declaring new words for the entire year.
Well, word of the year for 2022 is premature.
What?
Oh, actually, the other is it? Wasn't it premature and gullible?
Let's take gullible out dictionary. I was told.
Yeah, my mum did that one on me. What was last year's word, Si?
Late.
What, 2019?
Stop making fetch a thing. It's never gonna
Because
happen.
that's the thing. I bet COVID or some sort of something to do with COVID has got to be in the dictionary.
Oxford word of the year, is that it? The Oxford word of the year 2019 is climate emergency.
It's not really a word, though, is it?
Cheers, Greta.
To be fair, if we were going to have anything, it would be It would be COVIDiot. I think would be the new word, but I think that's British, and hopefully we won't need it in another few months. Although, have you guys
You're wearing your mask is a weird snooze.
Okay. Cambridge Dictionary's word of the year 2020 is quarantine.
Well, fair enough. But
It's not
a new word, yeah. But yeah, word. I'll give it word of the year.
Phrase of the year: wear your fucking mask.
Now,
Now,
a COVIDiot is someone who does not act as if there is a pandemic going on, and goes out and socialises, doesn't wear masks, goes around and sees their parents. Yeah, it'll be fine.
Demonstration.
Yeah, I'm confused.
A sign in the door of your shop that says "No medically exempt people."
There's a fish and chip shop that's doing a £100 surcharge if you don't wear a mask.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't quite understand that. I've seen lots of videos of people going in shops in America and saying, "I don't have to wear a mask," and of course then some sort of sod comes up to them and says, "Please leave then," and they go, "No, it's my right to shop here." But I don't
There
understand
are
that.
actually very, very few legitimate exceptions.
Well,
But the bit I don't understand is about having a right to be in someone else's business, literally. Surely you're to be there by invitation. Like you don't have a right to be served.
Well, this is actually trivial.
No,
This is trivial to explain to you, Si. They're filming it and they want the views on YouTube. I'll be taking questions.
Well, I saw one where when I was filming it, he picked up some small item off the shelf and then he put far too much money on the counter. And he said, "There, I've more than paid for it. You owe me money now, and you're kicking me out, but you've stolen my money because you're kicking me out for not wearing a mask. You haven't even given me my change."
But he was filming this. Yeah, it's weird doing it in America. You say America is the home of no shirt, no shoes, no service. It's a thing over there. In this country, we don't have to explain to people we don't take sweaty boob money, but in America, they've actually had to explain this to people.
Why don't I just join the sweaty boob money?
Brett, in your opinion, what was the word of last year?
The word of last year?
Yeah, 2020 specifically.
The word of the year.
The word of the year. What do you think it should be?
I mean, if I was to talk about in relation to the like spheres of like communities I'm in, I'd probably say simp.
Oh, interesting. I don't think they're going to put that one up high in the dictionary.
No, definitely not. But in terms of like, obviously I interact with a lot of people that just play games, and that's obviously was the big thing of Twitch when starting your
Yeah. So which simp communities do you hang in specifically?
Oh no, no, I just mean the word.
Oh, yours.
Oh my god.
Also, why did I say how to pronounce GIF?
Because we were discussing how the creator of the word is wrong, and I am fully behind that.
Very much wrong. Yes.
It's pronounced YIF.
I thought you're contradicting your own rules on name making up.
No, he has said how he feels it should be pronounced. He is entitled to say that. I personally disagree and will fight it wherever I can. Whereas I'm all for Lego and Mojang.
Wait, is Lego incorrect? I thought that's just how you pronounce
Legos.
You say Lego, but American
Legos.
The pluralization of Lego.
Oh, the plural.
Yeah, because Lego.
Yeah. I'm going on the bus. Oh, I'm going on the bus.
Well,
It is a product, and the company that owns the product and the trademark, they have control of that.
Yeah, well, yeah. So, I mean, I've mentioned this before, because I worked on the first Xbox Live game ever, with MotoGP, and we actually did ask Microsoft what the plural of Xbox was, and they didn't respond. So, is it Xbox or Xboxes? So we replied back going, thank you. As we haven't heard back, we will now refer to all of the plural ones as Xboxen, as in the plural of oxen. And then we got a response very quickly saying, no, it's Xboxes. But we nearly set the precedent, because if we called it Xboxen, everybody would have followed suit.
What with an N?
How to find something out. Spout the wrong answer.
Yeah.
Yes, get some anger in there.
Yeah, Brett, what's the plural of ox?
Manners don't get you anywhere.
Of what?
Ox.
Boxes.
Ox.
No, OX.
Oh, ox.
Yes, ox. Really?
Oxen.
Oxen.
Oh, it's not something I put up, no.
Really, you've never heard the phrase? You've never heard the phrase "ollie ollie oxen free"?
I guess, but I never really thought about the content of that sentence.
Well, ollie, then ox plural free.
Okay.
But yeah, Microsoft
Sure.
Microsoft basically went no when we tried to inject a bit of fabulous humour into their ecosystem. So if all the people in front of me could just...
in my ecosystem as well. One of the protocols we use actually is defined as Pratt.
Well,
So wait, wouldn't oxen, the pluralization, wouldn't that just be wouldn't that make it like a German thing?
Well, probably. Maybe.
Wait, so Max, were you advocating for GIF then, or?
Yeah, because Adam's rules were Mojang, they made the name up, therefore you have to say Mojang.
Well, no.
Made the name GIF up, therefore you have to say GIF. If I call my kid Wabba Dabba Wabba Wabba or something, you have to say it how I decide to make it up, not how you read it. Like Beyonce, you have to read it how you're told it is, not how they... Like, what's those... Neve. N-A-I-M-H. Those M-H don't make that sound. How does it possibly make Neve
Well,
as a sound?
yeah, some Irish names are confusing, aren't they? Like Siobhan.
Siobhan, which is like
Yes.
Sioban. Like,
Sioban.
They get the V in there.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe the Irish were really mega illiterate in the past,
Yeah.
and they just wrote down some lessons.
Well, no.
It's not English, though. Is
I don't
it?
know.
Yes, it's not.
It's not English.
Yeah, it's not. It's the same alphabet, but it's not the same language. That's the rule.
So it's not. It's still based on the same phonetics.
No,
No, it's not.
it's not.
Only the same phonemes.
No, no. It's the only thing. It's the same letters. That's all.
Latin.
It's the Latin alphabet, but different language.
Latin derived.
Like French or
We should
German.
just all go back to Latin.
It's like if someone foreign Max tried to call you Mex or something, you'd be like, no, it's Max, and they'd be like, no, it's Mex where I'm from.
I have worked on this
And they
for
wouldn't be
last
wrong,
week.
nor would you.
Why does it still sound I'm wrong? Oh, because it didn't fucking accept it. Right.
Iron Rogers says, sorry, this sound. Brilliant, thanks for that.
Matt, how annoyed would you be if someone was religious and decided to call God Jod?
Well, no, because that's
Weird. Yeah.
it would be Yod. I mean, if you were
Would it be Yod?
well, if you were Norwegian, you could possibly pronounce it with a soft G. Yod.
That's true, actually, yeah.
Because I
It's
people in my
pronounced
guild,
Allah.
people in my guild would complain about people ninja-ing stuff.
I don't seem to have the word written down.
Wait, what's that, sorry?
Most people have only seen the word written down. They don't know how, they know it's ninja, and that's how they say it, and everyone they're hanging out with says ninja, therefore it must be ninja. Until they get someone say, hey, it's ninja. And they're like, what?
Well, unless
It's
you're
a hard
writing
word.
unless you're writing phonetically, the way you're writing it won't show the way you're saying it.
Yes.
Why are you not writing phonetically? Why
No,
you are
no.
using
I mean,
such
language-
stupid languages?
I mean, language isn't done with phonetics. Have you seen how phonetics are quite complicated?
Thing
aren't
is,
they,
it's
when you
done
write them out?
phonetically to a very large extent.
Well, nothing we do is
Depends
phonetically.
if the language is orthographic.
Hence the word knight. That's my case.
Idiot.
Well, you know which word I said. That's the best bit.
Yeah.
Oh God, I'm gonna get out of it.
You shall jump down the mightiest trees, the forest,
With
Aren't phonetics also written out with like Greek lettering and stuff?
upside down E's and all sorts of weird shit. Yeah, it's really, really weird.
they're specific, yeah, rather than vague like we normally talk. Sorry.
Yeah, but the trouble is, the letters are all a bit, the symbols they use. I was like, what's that shit? Because it's not.
Oh, yeah.
With the symbols, you don't know what symbols mean either.
Yeah, but they're not for you. They're for other people. Like they're for people who understand it rather than you. So the point is, one phoneticist can say to another phoneticist, "Here's how you pronounce it," but it's not for normal. Oh, Jay, that hot
That's what,
dog got
like,
you.
the sounds on things. On Google Translate, it's got
Is
a
that who's doing that?
play.
It's a hot dog going the wrong way.
Well-
two hot dogs. Isn't there?
Which is going the wrong way.
Well-
I think it was maybe Bubba's.
Is there a wrong way?
No, that was me.
Iron Roger is these.
Yeah, well, compared to the direction we started in, yeah.
Well, Swerve.
There's the high friction way and the low friction way.
It's going
I mean,
with the
technically
flow.
there's no wrong way to spell words. They're made up. Words are made up things. You can say them however you like technically. It's just the generally accepted way.
Yes, Brett, I've seen how you write, so I understand why you might think this.
I mean, am I wrong though?
You were. Roger, is the Echo fixed? I've been having problems with it, but unfortunately, it's quite hard to troubleshoot. But yeah, I mean, I've had people do this before. Just make abbreviations up. You can't just make an abbreviation up like, oh, HML. What?
Oh,
Hurt
yeah.
my leg. You can't just, because it has to be generally understood before you can. This is what makes me. I'd love to find out how. Yeah, how did it start?
Widely understood if
Yeah.
it
But-
starts.
Right, but this
Somebody
means
broke
that
the rules.
that somewhere back in history, someone just started typing LOL, and everyone would have said, "What are you saying? What's LOL? Oh, it means laughing out loud. Oh, cool." Someone had to make that
Lots
up.
of love.
Oh no.
Oh, it's emergent.
Yeah, but my
No
point
one
is,
really made it up.
someone made it up, and other people had to ask what it was, and then those other people then had to go, "Yeah, I'm doing that too."
Copied it.
necessarily.
Yeah, it might be multiple starting points though that converged, and it doesn't necessarily start with one person.
Maybe,
If
but
it's more about love as a reaction, then it can be understood without explaining if it's just used the letters rather than
well,
three
no,
words.
no, it isn't. If you type lol with no context, you have no idea what I'm saying. Lots of love is
If you
the
are in a speech culture where people say laugh out loud,
which
for
no one does.
example,
So
text-based things.
right, but there isn't such a culture. So
People were in IRC chats at some point, and
Yeah.
they described actions that would be apparent if they were face to face, but can carry over in text. So they describe some actions.
yeah,
Have
so
standardized descriptions.
yeah, I mean to be fair, that may have been one of the Merc things. Incidentally, IRC initialism, not a abbreviation. So someone might have typed in /me laughs out loud, which could get abbreviated to /me lols. But my point was, the first time it happened, everybody else had to go, what are you talking
Or just
about?
/lol as well.
No, because that meant no. You can't. Wait. You can't start with. You can't start with /lol because that means you already need to know what it means. That comes a long time afterwards.
No, it's
But
mark.
if laugh out loud
Yes.
is an understood thing,
It
then
could
lol
have been
can...
it could have started out as an emote.
Ruffle mayo.
Yeah, but it doesn't. You guys again. Apparently none of you actually used IRC. None of this existed. This is all a made-up thing.
have.
A /lol emote would have come in years after lol was
Wouldn't it have
widely
been
used.
/e lol? Wait, no.
What? I've never heard of /lol. What does that do?
/e was...
/me space thing, but you can have it. You can do commands, couldn't you?
Yes,
What's
but
/lol?
IRC let you.
Type in
There we go.
an alias and that would type in /me lol.
Good
what
God,
I'm
it's
saying.
been forever since I used IRC.
Is the echo any better, by the way, Iron Roger? I have been fighting it all evening. What's the other one? Actually,
Like that mentioned on web sketch starts with someone finishing their presentation with something like that's healthier, happier hospitals or H.
what did you say? I love that. I love that one. It's ignorami, not ignoramuses.
I mean, to be fair, sometimes that's successful though, right? Like you have like TLC, that was a company thing for like with yogurt, wasn't it?
That was a group.
Was it? I don't fucking know. Like,
Then there's the standard talk point about lots of love being a phrase somewhere, and somebody abbreviated it into lol.
Yeah,
Then somebody saying just text, your grandmother just died, lol.
Yeah, lots of love is a thing, but LOL meaning lots of love
That would
isn't
have
a
actually
thing.
been a response from me.
no, TLC was in the dictionary for tender loving care.
Yeah.
That was a thing that was massively pushed by like yogurt companies at some point, wasn't it?
Yogurt.
What?
At least that's where I remember it saying from originally. I don't know about like, what did it originate from then? I don't know.
Tender loving care with yogurt.
Hold on.
Yeah, Brett, have you been day drinking again?
No, I don't drink.
I think maybe you should start, because then you have an excuse for acting like this. Sorry. No, Brett typed something. I think Brett just got a couple of words wrong and missed out a word. The sentence just came across as complete gibberish. I'd read it several times going, I don't know what it is you're trying to say.
Lol. And some people do say lol out loud, which
do
is
now.
fucking ridiculous. Oh, it's awful. I just feel like saying, please leave the planet.
Lol.
Who's going to go to Mars?
It's bad enough when you're watching someone on camera and they type lol into the accompanying chat and their face is stony, frowny face.
Oh,
Like, well, you said lol, but you didn't.
We're going round this the wrong way, Max. And Si. And Roger.
The weirdest thing now
There is no wrong way.
is now you've got like people that aren't using abbreviations, instead they're just using emote names, and they're like, oh, that's poggers.
Yeah.
What?
Well, this is the evolution of language.
Max is like, what's a poggers?
Hence my question: should it be okay? Should it be okay to limit? Should it be okay to limit what people can think? I say yes. Suddenly.
Is it evolution or evolution?
That's the point.
I don't know what Poggers is because I'm in the game.
I think I would say evolution, but evolving. So, unsure.
Can
you describe Poggers to me, please?
Yeah, go on, Brett. Describe Pog.
To switch him out, I think.
Come on, Brett. Pog champ. So, Max, do you...
As far as I'm concerned, Pog is one of those discs that would slide into another disc and just leave cutouts, like 8 cut slots around.
What do you call
I still have mine, by the way, and
what
I
do you
just
want?
found one of my loose slammers.
So what do you want to call? What do you call the person who is best at Pog? Pogs.
Pog
The
champion?
The Pog champ. There you go. So I think that's explained everything. Is that everything explained, Brett?
I mean, that was the origin of the video that the emote came from, yeah.
But come on, you haven't. I don't know. I just used to collect
I
them.
don't know. It's a person making an excited face. Unless he looks up the image, I can't really explain it much better than that.
Okay, so
you just mentioned having a slammer, so can you describe how you play it?
Do what?
How do you play Pogs?
Alright, so you've got a bunch of cardboard wafers that are,
delicious.
and you're supposed to stack them upside down, and then you're supposed to take turns hitting that stack with a slammer, and whichever one's land face up, you keep.
I think I killed Jay, and I think he deserved it.
Card disc.
You did, you killed me. But I already had
But there's special pogs, like any of them that are like poison or toxic, there's special effects and stuff like that. So if those ones land face up, there's a rule for those.
One of my favourite...
There's certain slammers that do certain things.
I'm reminded of one of my favourite lines from Rick and Morty, I think season 4, where one Morty whispers to another, and he's like, what? What? No, I don't want to see your Pog collection.
I love it.
Another craze I remember was, I think they're called kooshas, which were those little throwing balls made with tiny stringy bits of elastic.
No, I didn't love how the loop kept breaking on those.
Yeah, and they had, some of them had faces and legs and arms and stuff.
Jay, I would highly recommend, by the way, if you've got it open, clip that bit of me ramming you, because that hurt. That was a painful moment.
I haven't actually got the stream home.
Do you ever play this with realistic damage on?
We are. We're on the highest difficulty. We're above realistic. We're on intense.
We're on hyper-realistic.
Well, we're more in fragile as fuck cars, but that means you've got to be a little bit more careful. We could turn it down to realistic if you need to get good scrub. Wait, I just got a wrecking assist. Oh no! 4 wheels! 4 wheels!
Why are you on your side?
Yeah, there's a lot of those now, where there's a lot of like people that just say their names of like emotes from Twitch or something.
LOL. Yeah, but I mean it's. Brett, just
People go brackets wide brackets.
So Brett, just very quickly,
Brackets wide brackets.
No.
I mean,
No.
No.
That's the Facebook thumbs up. No, what he means is specific modern emotes with names. But yeah, Brett, I mean this has gone back a while. Brett, just say the name of any slightly dodgy sexual practice, anything at all, just one word, please. .tumblr.com. You can just make anything you like. .tumblr.com. It's like, oh, you know.
There's nothing here.
Like big anime goth titties. .tumblr.com. Anything you like, just stick .tumblr.com at the end of it. Or begin it with a hashtag. It's what LiveJournal got replaced by.
Website.
Oh, it's Mia. What the hell? LiveJournal.
1 health left.
Someone ram Esmea. She's just got.
Just you and Hesmea.
I'm the only one left alive that's still in control.
There's only Esme and DJ left.
No, he's already crossed the finish line.
Have you seen how many DNFs there are, though?
Only 3. 2 people survived. 1 didn't make it over in time. Oh god. Amazing.
I've noticed a trend of people starting to say hashtag to describe the symbol. So they'll say like, oh, yeah, to get to reception, dial 100 hashtag.
To be
There
fair,
are about 8 names for that symbol now.
yeah, well, to be fair, the correct name has always confused me. So I rang up an American company and goes, press the pound key. And I'm looking at my keyboard on my phone going, I have a sharp key. Well, to me, it's a sharp. I think it's not. I think it's sharp's diagonal and a hash is straight. I think they're actually different. But not to the point where I could tell you what the two were.
Yeah. But the hashtag thing, that's quite old now. That's more of a Twitter thing from when that blew up.
Yeah, hashtags are absolutely Twitter. Yeah, before then it would have been a pound, and before it for America, and would have been a pound. Sorry, would have been a sharp for the UK. But I think sharps are straight and pounds are italicized.
When I first heard of hashtags, I thought that they were talking about like salty and hashing. Like password encryption.
Ah, no, they're not that nerdy.
They were not talking about steals. Yes.
There's. What are we doing on? Oh, it's Barrow Trauma tomorrow with all the new changes, isn't it? Exciting.
Honestly, the worst thing about the
that much.
I want the custom submarine for tomorrow because I can finish it by tonight.
Well, apparently they've redone the info. So the first time you encounter something, it'll actually explain to you what it is each time, rather than going, remember this, get on with it. What do I click on?
I've tried playing Barrow Trauma 3 times now, and it's just no good for single player.
No, it's not.
No. You can have bots on, though. You can also turn on traitorous bots, which confuses me, because you
can tell them orders.
Yeah, but you could very, very quickly cripple a sub. Like, trivially, oh no, I've set the nuclear reactor on fire, there you go, you will lose. Like, turn the reactor on and weld the door shut. That's just in the bottom middle of the screen. Bots. Iron Roger has failed to tell me, so if someone could tell me if the stream is still echoing, I can't do it. So I still don't know.
The emote thing, the emotion's even worse than the LOL thing because of how often it changed. Like, compared to, like laugh out loud. Like, that was like a 10-year thing, right?
10? 10?
I don't know. When did it first come about?
94? I mean, I was on IRC in 90. I was on IRC in 94. I don't know when I first started saying LOL. It wasn't like a pivotal point in my life or anything.
I remember transitioning from having IRC terminology to using what was
MSN? ICQ?
MSN, but in a working environment. We're using MSN in a work environment.
Yes.
Because it was quicker to talk to people that way, and officially it was frowned upon, but it was still like more efficient to be able to go, tap, than what's his number, I need to go and talk to him,
Was it MSN? It had a name, I want to say MSN for Teams.
Messenger. MSN Messenger became Windows Live Messenger.
Yeah, but then what was the business version of it called? There was one, I can't remember what it's called. It was secure, proper secure, end-to-end, and ran on a server. You couldn't just add anyone.
Whoa, Spinny Winnie.
Oh, here's Jay. He's going much slower than I am. Oh, never mind. Don't worry about it.
I just found an emote just now that was just a combination of like 5 other. It's Peepo Pod climbing tree hardcore house.
Rude. I think I need to increase my steering.
Excuse me.
It takes too long to steer.
Have you not seen it on stream? How much I have to spin the wheel very quickly to react in this? You really, really do.
Can you choose how much
Can you change it?
wheel turning is required?
Yeah, that'd be the saturation.
So you do get to choose.
Is there a way to increase
Generally, yeah.
the speed of reaction on a control?
No, because you tend to be full lock
No choice.
immediately on that anyway.
No, I mean number of rotations.
On this, I can choose the maximum number of rotations on this if I so decide, yes. And then the game will just scale up that range.
Per game.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, Logitech Profile allows you to choose stuff based on what game's running.
Oh, cool. So you're making it hard for yourself deliberately.
I just wanted to clarify, Shalka. I had 0 control over that.
To be fair, he hasn't had a sufficient kill quota for the rest of the day.
Right. Still I'm second.
Oh yeah? What are you now? Oh, that was good. Oh, that was perfect. That's a clip right there. That was amazing. I am still second, and I just plowed him into a wall, and then he blew up. That's the only thing I'll say. Not very good at this.
I just saw his half corpse rolling past, limping.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I would like to see the cars genuinely explode in a shower of pieces when you die. That would be cool.
But it's nice of them staying as physics objects you can still smash into.
Oh yeah, it should leave the chassis, but explode all the body panels off the car at speed. Like a shower of the wheels and the suspension.
There should also be like some confetti and sparks.
Those that are left on you
just fall off at the same time like a clown car.
That would also be funny.
Funny mode.
Mate, shouldn't the dead people be in your hearse?
Well, I'm hoping Mia's hearse is empty. Or the coffin. Man, Iron Roger is.
Alright, need time to quit.
No, if you look at my hearse, you'll notice that it's covered in bodies.
So, can anyone who's out, can you check if the stream's still echoing for me, please?
I'll check.
I'm hoping I fixed it, but I don't know.
We'll have to mute the audio.
We do have echo on the sound.
God damn it. On what? On the people talking still? I don't know what it is.
Oh, are we allowed to talk about Falcon and Winter Soldier spoilers yet? Or are we still...
Were there any? I mean, the big twist was like, oh, all right, then. Where are they? Okay, cool.
Yeah, I agree. I was like,
It's like Unbreakable, and the twist is Samuel Jackson is the bad guy. I'm like, yeah, and that's the twist. Like, okay, I just thought that was obvious. Still echoing.
Yeah, I was hoping it would be a different character.
I just don't care.
Know who. Yeah.
The twist is, there was a bad guy. Like, huh? There was?
Well, yeah, but we never met them. Oh, you mean in Unbreakable? Yeah, because Samuel L. Jackson actually did all the train crashes.
Chicken and I can't work out where the bloody hell it's coming from.
No, I was trying to do something.
The clock ticking down.
Yes.
A bomb?
I've got like 4 clocks here and I'm looking at them trying to work out which one it is.
Put your headphones off. You see why that's none of them.
But what did you make of the suit, Adam?
Oh, it's cool. I thought it was brilliant. I liked it all the way through. I was
Going to A.
Which kind of suit, sorry?
Suit. What? Captain Falcon America. Does he have a name? Am I gone? Am I talking to myself? Oh, wait, I did click a thing.
Yeah, I think he's trying to...
So may have muted us.
I did click a thing. No, I didn't mute you.
Accidentally. It's tricky because voice meter...
Hello.
To describe the channels better, I think, would be clearer.
I would like to be able to name... Testing? 1, 2?
Yeah.
Cool. Max, you can rename them in Windows.
Oh, of course you can.
But, yeah. I thought the suit was brilliant. I loved it. It was great. I am curious because I don't think he can be Captain America because Captain America was something put together by the US government. You can't just say, oh, I'm Captain America. No, you're not. But I don't know if he's going to be called, Captain Falcon America. I like Captain Black America, which is what he's been colloquially referred to. Like all the Black Captain Americas have just been referred to that for a long time. But yeah, it was great. I thoroughly enjoyed it. It was like a 6-hour-long Marvel film, and that makes me happy.
It does kind of bother me that he's not a super soldier, but he doesn't get a helmet with the suit.
He gets a pair of sunglasses.
Yeah, but like it goes around his neck, but not his face, so he could just get shot in the face by a normal person and die.
And he also has a shield, which he throws with all the strength of an average man. Great.
Yeah.
I know.
Which he threw during the episode and almost got shot in the face. without a helmet because of.
Yeah, well, the thing is, because he's the hero, as long as he holds the shield, the bad guys will always aim for the shield.
You're not even wrong. But...
I mean, that's what got me about,
I do thoroughly love this map, by the way.
This is what got me about, Carly's got 30 super soldiers. I'm like, right, she's got 30 super soldiers who aren't immune to guns. Oh no, that's going to be a really, really, like,
oh,
just...
no.
So you can take out her whole army with a sniper rifle in 15 minutes, great.
Yeah, I didn't understand that in the slightest. Like,
Why is it always this map?
Was Captain America like the original like bulletproof? He was, right?
Well,
or like
bullet resistant. He's a super soldier, so yeah, kind of. It's like because what I usually do is I pick a level, then I just go CBA, and then the next level. Like the class is not. I can't be arsed. The thing is, you might say.
Don't you know?
Well, the thing is, you might say LOL, but you would say CBA. A CBA can say all the words.
I would say CBA.
Yeah.
I've said CBA before.
Yeah. Right, case off.
I would do, but I just can't CBA anymore.
But no, I don't know.
He's good away, man.
The suit was quite comic accurate, which I liked, but I was expecting it to be more vibranium-y.
Well, maybe it's vibranium underneath.
I suffer from CDO.
I guess.
Because the letters in the right order the way they should be. I suffer from having heard of the joke before. Yes, it's like OCD, but all the letters in the right order the way they should be.
Doesn't work with CBA.
Well, this is why I joined that South African joke mailing list to hear new jokes, but they're all just weirdly racist. Not even in a just weird. Like not even in a funny way. Just like incomprehensibly racist jokes. But the punchline would be, but he was white or but he was black. That's the whole joke. Oh no, I'm out.
You just wrecked me. Someone just wrecked me in like one hit.
Suspect it was.
I think we help off.
Yeah. No, I'm out. Sad face.
See, this is what I like about the Crew 2. It's actually got emotions in game, and you can send all the sad faces and shit.
Right, I'm just going to go and grab a drink. So talk amongst yourselves, and you may hear some whimpering as I wander off.
I much prefer like voice lines and text lines where it's like automatic BM, like you can go into Rocket League and go, what a save!
Oh, that, yeah.
And even though it's a positive line, it's like the most toxic thing ever when you spam it. It's like your teammate failed to block the ball, what a save!
What a failed save, yeah.
Yeah. But it's not the word itself that is toxic, it's the use.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I guess the system is tried to be designed to promote good thing.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, they're trying to make positive statements in the game rather than negative statements, because that would just be being an arsehole, basically.
Yeah, but it kind of backfires in that people interpret bad intentions.
Yes.
Because one can't actually express bad intentions.
There is such a thing as sarcasm. That's where you're saying something but you don't mean it.
Yeah, you're really good at that.
Yeah. Apparently.
But nothing is sarcasm, everything is.
Yeah.
I think one of my favourite kinds of those systems is in like Dota, because they have like a when you play characters enough, you unlock their voice lines to essentially use in like all chat, essentially. So like for certain characters, they get lines that are like just massively BM, and they're amazing. It's like
BM.
Bad manners.
Ah.
Am I too
rude?
Yeah,
man.
Yeah.
Is that how it's done now? Yeah, that's BM.
I mean,
Oh, no,
I
no,
guess
no, no,
in
no,
my age group mainly, but I don't know how about younger people. They probably say something else.
My kids just say rude at me a lot, and I'm just like, I'm your dad. I'm gonna smack you if you keep saying that. But,
They say
or no
what?
rude? Let's go rude. I don't know where they're getting it from. Possibly She-Ra.
People still watch She-Ra? Is that a thing?
No,
I guess
new
if
one's
they
got-
start
new
to
one.
refer to each other, then it becomes hard to like know what it comes from a certain thing, or it's a reference.
Actually,
like
no, but if you say
standardized
people still watching She-Ra, you must mean the new one as well.
I don't
What
know.
I understand is the new one.
I didn't know there was a new one, so
Oh, right.
I was like, you're showing them a really old show.
No. Well, I don't know how old it is, to be fair. I mean,
Nor do I.
when I was growing up, there was He-Man, and then because the I don't know, women's rights or something wanted something, there was a She-Ra as well, which is basically the same thing, but with for the girl with a sword.
Political correctness
I
gone
was
mad.
literally just going to say
Well,
the same thing.
no, but it was basically the same thing with just female.
I don't know. I liked Strawberry Shortcake.
But short,
One of my favourites.
this one is
And-
very, very much.
And Rainbow Bright.
Yeah, I don't remember, but yeah.
Do you remember Thundercats?
Yes.
I do.
Keep your foot off that
I
blasted
love
summer flange.
What was the one with the
Dungeons and
mechanical
Dragons.
donkey and the cowboy space raider?
I think that was
You
just
mean
a
Brave
season.
Star?
That's the one. I used to watch the hell out of that.
I never really understood the horse he
Wait,
could
what?
ride, which had a sort of, I don't know, it was just a bit bizarre, a bit confusing. Brave Star.
Oh, I don't know. Based on the description, I would have thought you were talking about the Rainbow Bright and Star Stealer.
By the way,
That was good.
there's
It
another
might
thing
have
of
been the
She-Ra.
same show.
I
but
love
It
that.
might have been a different
The,
name.
the current version of She-Ra, the old version of She-Ra, and to be clear, this is the one I was coming up to maybe in the 80s. It would have been one episode per week or whatever, and that episode, the bad guys did something, lost, and then She-Ra won every single time, every single episode. The
Is
current
it
one
that most
is
TV shows?
very much sort of a season and the bad things going on throughout the season.
Yeah, I mean, that's the difference between old Star Trek and new Star Trek. Whereas at the end of old Star Trek, it was like, we're all back to
Yeah.
the beginning, everything's fine. It's like, what do you mean everything's fine?
Yeah.
Chakotay and Jamie got turned into dinosaurs in this episode, and 3 minutes for the end, you went, no, it's fine, we've figured out how to undo the dinosaur thing. What the hell? Whereas new Star Trek has, you know, actual
That's the
consequences.
Gravitron particle beam off the
Oh,
main deflector dish.
oh, Adam, that
Is
reminds
that the way we do things here? We
Just
Oh,
read
I'm
it.
not gonna
That's
do
what
that.
we do.
I like more Borg things where they were like, yeah, there's Borg people here now, and they're going to do some cool stuff. I'm like, oh, cool, let's see what they're going to do. Oh, no, now to kill them because they've done something cool. Oh, we can't kill them. Oh, shit.
Just divert power, and that fixes most things. And if it doesn't, separate source and section. Whatever.
Adam, I saw people talking about the last Falcon episode on Reddit, and the top response was that, where the fuck is Spider-Man and Daredevil? They're all in the same city, and there's a super threat that's just appeared, and it's only these guys that have turned up.
You mean you read
Oh,
my
really?
tweet?
That's cool.
Because it's in the same place, so
No,
why
no,
did
no.
they show up?
No, I actually tweeted that exact thing. It's like, great fun episode, but I guess Spider-Man was on holiday and took Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, Daredevil, and Iron Fist with him.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, that's the problem. Don't set stuff for New York. It doesn't work because that's like Avengers headquarters. And you can't have
Yep.
big threats because, well, the Avengers would turn up. So you can only have like medium level things happening in MCU offshoots now.
Well, this isn't even really medium level, is it? They're super soldiers, essentially,
Well,
right?
yeah, but
That's
I mean,
quite a major threat.
you get the same thing in the DC universe. You're like, okay, cool. Well, why are we not sending in Superman, who could deal with this whole problem, whatever the problem is, in a tenth of a second? Why are we even thinking about sending in any other superhero? Basically, you send in Superman. If you can't, you send in the Flash. And if those two can't do it, Batman isn't going to do shit, is he?
You're not wrong.
I mean, I love
Yes,
the Flash.
the man whose superpower is he's rich.
I love the Flash. I love the way that Flash could defeat anyone in the entire DC universe, unless he forgets that he can move quickly, and then he can't. That's his.
Isn't that Tony Stark's superpower as well?
Being rich.
Yeah.
I know
Which an annoying.
I know his Batman superpower is basically just his preparation. If I Superman, if he prepares enough.
I like the way that Batman, he
No.
uses his billionaire superpowers to basically beat up street-level thugs rather than make a real difference in the world.
Unlike Bill Gates.
Well, no, my God, are you joking? Bill Gates doesn't. Have you do not know Bill Gates does? My God, the amount
That's
of
what I mean. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Unlike.
Oh, right,
unlike
sorry, yeah.
Bill Gates.
Gotcha. Yeah, sorry. I thought you meant like Bill Gates.
Contrasting him to Bill Gates.
Yeah.
Bill Gates is actually doing something. Like fighting malaria by making.
Oh yeah, he's like, I'm pretty sure they did eradicate one disease.
Yeah, I think it
It's
might
the same
be
as feels the need to
They're
mind
working on
control
it.
everyone seen and his 5G mind control.
I will gladly accept that.
I mean, that's what happened to
Welcome
me
on, you
earlier.
overlords.
Please,
That's
more
how I hurt.
Windows phones, please.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how I hurt my leg. Bill Gates controlled me to fall over.
You haven't
I know
known purchased the Zune.
You're a big fan of Windows phones, and I was actually tempted to get one at one point. And the real thing that put me off it was the fact that there was no app store. Well, there was one, but it didn't have the apps I wanted on it or something. And I was like, how do I do this? I'm like, you can't do that. It's different in different thing. I'm like,
Yeah, there
do I
were.
want to migrate again?
Well, for a lot of the things, it was if there wasn't an official app, a lot of times there was an unofficial one.
The thing that put me off it is
Steam. Oh my God, it took Steam forever to make an official Windows Store app, but when they did, it was fantastic.
very keen to see that rolling from the get-go. And I think that's the problem. It was Microsoft were very late to the party, and at that point, Apple and Android was sort of fairly well established.
Wait. They were late to the party.
Weren't they?
Microsoft beat them there by years.
arguably they didn't fully commit.
I'd take it back.
Well, yeah,
I
sort
thought
of.
that-
I mean, in theory, the first tablet was a Microsoft one by about a decade, but it was shit. And the Windows
Also,
phones
it doesn't matter
were
how
shit.
good it is. It doesn't matter how good it is. The sort of near to 0% market share is quite off-putting as well.
Yeah. Now, to be fair, Max, with Windows phones, they did do one good thing. They ported XNA to Windows phones, so it was very easy to write Windows Phone games. So we released a Windows phone game. It was trivial, and they poured a large amount of money into updating XNA and giving it some very, very good features only for mobile. And we shipped 17 copies of Bitstream.
I saw Terraria on Windows phones before it ever hit any of the others.
Well, yes, it's XNA.
Yeah,
It was
and I
probably
had a
quite
Flash
easy.
player on Windows as well. When nothing else could do Flash on mobile. I'm not saying that's a good thing, but it was quite good when there were lots of Flash websites around.
That's just another black point against.
Also, Netflix, Windows phones and Windows Mobile supported Netflix long before it was ever on iOS or Android.
Coming through.
Because they did, what is it, Silverlight? Yeah, Silverlight.
That was one of those pain in the ass programs to get installed or uninstalled as well.
It was good. Silverlight was really
Windows
good.
Essentials. All you had to do is just go for the Windows Essentials.
I distinctly remember a period back in school where there was like a year period where everyone wanted a BlackBerry, and then after that, everyone forgot about them.
Only because they couldn't afford it. Same way you want a Lamborghini. You get one, so you drive one, going, "These are awful. Why would anyone actually in their right mind drive these things?"
Well, I mean, a lot of people ended up getting like iPods and stuff afterwards, because obviously, yes, that was the thing that sort of exploded after, right?
Yeah.
Well, one of the
Wasn't it
things
school then?
BlackBerry probably arguably got wrong was insisting on hardware keyboards. Not moving
Well,
them.
no, because the HTC G1 came
hardware
along.
keyboards.
Yeah, but not enough people did.
But it has to be big. It has to be like the slide
Yeah,
out.
the HTC
I'm
G1.
not even saying there's anything wrong with hardware keyboards. It's just that that's not the way that the market was going, and they were kind of obstinately sticking with it.
When I saw Adam,
Please,
when I saw
stop,
Adam's
stop
G1,
saying,
I was like,
no, stop saying G1. You make me sad. Everything, it's over there. It's charging. I love it. It is. If I could get a modern powered
I
phone
recycled mine.
in that form factor. Oh, I've got it as the lowest end Android device, because I do also do Android dev sometimes. But it's got a 4-row keyboard and a trackball that you can click.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
The track would get a bit flaky on mine.
But yeah, wonderful,
Maybe.
wonderful pit kit, and I would very, very much like to see a. Like, the problem is all phones look the same.
You have to use a spacebar now, don't you? To go back and forth along a sentence. Which is irritating.
Speaking of Marvel, actually, for the next Spider-Man, supposedly they've they're bringing in all the old actors as well. I'm really hoping they reenact that one Spider-Man meme GIF of them all pointing at each other, but with the actors.
Maybe. I mean, it's a offshoot of it's a lead into the new multiverse thing with Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
Loki. When does Loki come out? Just tell me. I just don't care. I just want a date.
11th
June. 2 weeks without, and then we don't have anything. Like, we've had this wonderful run of new Marvel stuff every week for like months now. Then I'll have to wait.
Pre-pandemic.
Like the old days.
Well, this is stuff that was produced during the pandemic, Max.
That's what I mean. It was produced pre-pandemic. Surely.
No, some of it was produced in the pandemic.
Oh right.
Yeah.
Loki only finished filming it in the end of 2020.
Yeah, One Division was definitely finished during the pandemic.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, there's a bus behind me.
Get him! He stole the coffin from my car.
Give it back.
Every time I try and ram Esmir and miss, it's just like, coffin dodger.
Very good.
Thank you.
I like that one.
I've been waiting for that one for a while.
Ah!
There's a wall there, Max.
No, just smack into a wall to break it.
Bus!
Yeah.
Oh, car!
There's a car there.
How did you feel about the end of John Walker's story?
Well, it's not really the end, is it?
Oh, the turning into the 18.
Well, the end of it so far, then.
Yeah, turning into the 18, yeah. Well, I already know about the character he turns out to be. I have heard of him. But yeah.
Spoilers.
I did have to laugh. He goes, well, why is the suit black? And I'm like, well, I haven't said which superhero. It's fine. Which hero? But yeah, because when he said, why is the suit black? I just shouted out, because Zack Snyder designed your costume.
I still don't understand why they made...
Being seen at night isn't important.
Yeah, when my parents were watching the Snyder Cut with us, they were like, why is his suit black? Has he turned evil?
Well, yeah,
yes,
that's
he's
the
a
thing.
super soldier.
Well, that's the thing. We know, like,
He's lost his ability to make good decisions, apparently.
No, in what's we call it? Justice League.
Yeah,
you're quite right. Like, we have certain tropes. If someone is dressed all in black, they are probably evil. So when Superman turns out dressed in black, that is a perfectly valid question, which is he gone evil or something? What's going on?
But it implies he's either evil or he's mourning, right?
Yes, yeah. Maybe he's mourning for a decent coloured suit.
which he had. Apparently he also had Zod's suit in the ship, for whatever reason. Don't know why.
In my planet, this stands for hope. Yeah, well here it stands for super. It's an S.
Yeah, right.
Jack, you're quite an awkward obstacle. You make taking that corner tricky. Then I had to slow down.
There's plenty of cars to smash into.
Iron Roger didn't. Oh, Iron Roger, you bitch. No! Damn it!
Over there, bastard.
Also, how did they explain away Clark Kent disappearing and then reappearing at his same job?
Yeah, the other thing is, the way that the Snyder Cut was formed, it blatantly just has everyone going, that's Clark Kent. Like, the secret's out the bag now, so yeah, good job. But the Snyderverse has stopped. There's no continuation of it. No.
Even though they kept teasing him for more. They're like, haha.
Nice try, Iron Roger. Iron Roger, did I fix the echo? I have tried a couple of things. But it's odd, and I'm not really sure what it is. I had it last week, and then I got rid of it.
Can't save the config out.
Config to what?
Didn't you do something with the other computer last week?
It's not banana, because if it was, I could hear it. I could hear your echo by just switching a button, and I can't. So it's definitely something at the laptop, Em.
Are you telling me you can hear a banana? You're losing it, Adam.
Very good.
You can hear a potato as well.
Yeah, like I've got... Oh, let's just mute that.
Potato.
Potato.
I thought that you fixed it by finding those additional sound card devices, and one of them was set to listen.
Yep. Yeah, well, they're all muted. Decibel audio muted, Decibel audio 2 muted, mic aux muted, webcam muted. The only thing left turned off when I did that, and now it should be back. But yeah, I don't really know what to do. You did.
What's next?
Ask Microsoft nicely to make Windows sound much more friendly to deal with.
I mean, I could probably fix it by spending some time with headphones coming out the laptop to hear it back.
Hold on. It is possible that it's not Voice Means Banana, but it is Windows, because in Windows there's a menu which lets you choose which programs choose choose aside from the defaults, which ones they prefer to have as input and output.
Yeah,
and it overrides the defaults.
But that means I wouldn't hear it, because that would mean it's going out to my Ava GC550, which is the capture card. So I wouldn't be able to hear anything that goes out to that card.
But you know the listen to this device option, doesn't that override muting?
Even if it does, that's now muted as well. I'm only outputting one thing to the stream, which is the video capture device. So I have right-clicked and I have unhid all. Because that's what happened. Is last time I had that ticked. That means that it was echo. Oh, it's not working now. Or is it that one? One of those two was echoing. Yeah, echo. And if I do that one, I'll get even more echo.
Echo.
But yeah, I need to spend some time actually working. No, Max, he said that the last race because he was a little bit rammy. It's okay. Like I said, if you're ramming people in order to give yourself an advantage, I feel that is perfectly acceptable. I think that is absolutely the game. Can I spin somebody else to give myself an advantage? Yes.
That sounds like a really strange sexual sentence.
But can I turn around and drive the wrong way? No.
It's the very British and Canadian thing to apologise for everything.
It's not your fault. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry you think that.
Yeah, I'm sorry you don't agree.
Well, no, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that you think that it's acceptable to say these things.
Sorry.
Oh. Oh, this is a small level. Oh, and the chair's not working. God damn it.
Sometimes people technology think that chairs would not malfunction, but...
No, the chair's fine. There's nothing wrong with the chair. It's the introspection software that's the issue. I said there's no support for this motion platform in WreckFest. No, the chair's too dumb to go wrong. It's an Arduino and an amp and 3 motors and 3 sensors. Excuse me, Si. Mr. J.
Haha, I froggered through the intersection.
Si, you're the wrong way up still.
Slow down.
I'm not, I've reset.
Hey, the last 2 times I've driven past you, you've been on your roof. Max, your head is doing something horrifying on the stream. Your head is warped.
There's an alien in there.
Oh my word.
What the fuck? Yeah, you're right. What has happened to my head? Someone clip that. That's hilarious. Looks like an alien driving.
What?
My body is fully deformable, apparently.
All people's bodies are formally deformable, but usually you don't get to carry on driving.
Oh, mine's even worse now.
Until rigor mortis sets in, and then less deformable.
That's easy, just pump the blood out first.
Then the ethical board is coming to say that you can't do it.
No, Ashaka, that's
I
fine.
think you find you can if you get permission.
I think the important thing is not to drink the
Just
blood.
present the Dexty. Oh.
Or sell it to vampires, that's also a no-no.
Does it
What about
actually
if you're
give
asleep when you
license
sell it to
help?
vampires?
What's that exhibition where had all the people sort of with the muscles and things on display? You just show that they're flayed but nicely.
Mr.
So you can see all
Universe?
the muscles and things, then all the bones.
Mr. Universe?
No, it was no, it wasn't.
Well, you get to see all their muscles and
That's
those...
for live tissue.
It was just the muscles, no skin. The skin was taken off.
Lovely.
I think maybe people had donated their bodies to science or something, I don't know.
It's important to note, all of those sort of things are much nicer if you keep the skin on.
Probably.
I think the issue is that SRS has just popped up a notification that there is a new version.
SRS is what, the one you were
Sim
tweaking?
Racing Studio. Yeah, that's the software that provides that controls the chair.
Is that the one you've done? Oh, okay.
No, Space Monkey's the one that I'm just trying to work out what it is. I'll just restart it. Might as well. I said it runs in a web browser.
That was painful, Race.
There's a lot of programs that do this. It literally is a web page in a web browser wrapped up in an application, and I hate it when they do that. Like earlier, I ran it, and it's easy. That's the problem. But the problem, I ran it earlier. Yeah, well, I ran it earlier, and it gave me was it 401 forbidden, whatever forbidden, 403 forbidden. I'm like, what do you mean forbidden? Because basically it had popped up a bit too soon and failed to get access to 127.0.0.1. It's like, oh, for God's sake, don't do this. This is just terrible. But that's how. We all happy with our cars?
Was it Body Worlds? Was that the exhibition you're thinking of?
Yeah.
Where in the world? Body World.
Max, was it Body Worlds?
I said yes.
Oh.
Oh. I said yes to something else.
Yeah, that was the first Google result, and you can buy tickets. It's in London. So.
What did you
They're made
Google?
of real bodies. They're not fake.
Did you Google where can I see bodies on the inside?
No, I googled Body Worlds.
Where can I see naked flesh?
Yeah,
Confirmation
and
bias.
you can donate your body to them.
Google the nakedest of people. Even more naked than no clothes.
So what they do is they take the corpse, and instead of like formaldehyde and all that stuff, they inject they remove the fluids and stuff, and they inject a liquid plastic or resin. They inject a resin or something, and it just fills all the vessels.
That's the point. You didn't see that. It makes very good.
And then they remove all the other tissue.
Oh, Roger's gone.
So it's preserved.
All the vessels.
All the nuclear vessels.
Nuclear vessels.
You are playing with power if you have nuclear vessels.
Yeah.
And all the Ninja boys all had one lousy club.
Now we're playing this on Steam. There's no way of me actually playing this when I'm away from home, is there? Popping the computer on and trying to stream it.
Yeah.
Well, you failed to do that anyway because you couldn't play with us when you were playing WreckFest. So you can still play WreckFest
Use GeForce
remotely.
Now.
Or use GeForce Now.
Yeah.
Use GeForce Now.
Or Steam Remote anywhere. Like you can even get Steam Remote anywhere to wake up your PC remotely and everything, though it's a little bit late when you're setting off tomorrow.
Yes.
I could use a laptop to control my computer to do that.
Well, Steam lets you do it. Steam has
I would be doing it through AMD Link.
No, Steam allows you to remotely wake up a computer and start a stream to another computer. Like, it's got support for all that.
Magic packets.
I've never seen that Wake on LAN thing ever work.
No, but
I use it every day.
In the old days, you had a special cable that you had to plug into the motherboard. Which
you have to use a cable for that.
I don't think I've ever used it, but I'm assuming it's not just something they made up on my motherboard. I'm assuming it's a real thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've heard of it a lot.
Oh yes,
almost
it
a
is
standard.
very much a real thing.
Yeah. Wonder IT don't use it more to wake up all their PCs and update the virus scanners.
Because it's flaky.
Oh, God! Oh, bloody hell, Roger's out again. I like that track. It's got a nice long curve and then a fast crossover.
It's almost always easier and probably in the end cheaper to just leave things switched on.
Well, that
trying to make
definitely
Wake on LAN work.
Yeah. certainly given modern computers, where the low power, not quite the hibernate, but the I'm not doing anything.
Suspend states.
Yeah, it doesn't. It's just that CPUs are quite efficient these days. As long as the quote unquote the screensaver's on, PC will go. Oh, I won't bother doing much. My God.
I use it in our office to boot up a number crunching workstation, but it's so loud. That's why we turn it off when we're not using it.
Yeah, water cooling.
Isn't one of the instructions
no,
like
that would invalidate the warranty.
Is it not an option?
You buy a new computer that has water cooling. Or put it in a server.
No, it's not an option. It's not gaming PC either.
I'm surprised because air cooling is awful. Like there's no like air cooled car. Well, apart from one, but that doesn't count. But it's not like some cars are air cooled. It's just not how it is. Like
Volkswagen Beetle.
Well, an old Volkswagen Beetle. Name a new.
Harleys are air cooled.
What the new one is?
What new one? The new one
What
of what?
Convection cooling is much less efficient than direct cooling.
My point is, in the PC world, water cooling is still a bit of cool, I'm water cooling it. But in the car world, that's the standard. No one would ever air cool it because it's rubbish. You say Harleys are air cooled. I don't believe that's true, Tad. I'm pretty sure there's a fan on the back of that, on the radiator, and there's fluid.
Maybe the newer ones do, but for the longest time, they've never had fluid. It was one of those, if you're sitting at a stoplight too long, you're in trouble.
Well, yeah, but I mean, my Ninja overheats. I'm not even exaggerating. My Ninja overheats at anything less than 70 miles an hour. Literally not exaggerating, but it's got massive fans and it's water cooled. But my Cruiser is a big sorry, my Ninja. My Cruiser, again, it's got a big radiator on the front, but it's got fans. But again, if I sit in traffic, the fans will come on. But has it got water? I'm not sure how. Yeah. I'm trying to figure out if it's actually water cooled. Must be.
I'm thinking,
combustion.
I'm probably thinking more like the old shovel heads and pan heads.
Is there a fancier way than liquid cool your stuff?
Microwave beaming the energy straight upwards.
Radiating.
No,
it's called phase change.
Phase change is just a fancier way of doing. It's just
refrigerator.
It captures. It's more.
It's using energy to change the phase of a liquid to a gas.
There was a period where people tried to use Peltier elements to cool.
Yeah, but they always get that wrong.
Stupid.
Yeah.
This is something you guys can help me understand.
Well, hold on.
It's been on Lions tickets a lot.
Yeah.
Go on.
But I say, the thing about Peltier coolers, they're brilliant, but they wear out, so they're not a very good thing to use.
They're very hot. Yeah.
Very
hot on the other side.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, I thought they came as rectangular lumps, and one end was hot, one end was cool. So you put the cold end on the CPU, the hot end you just put basically.
And you have to deal with the hot end.
Yeah, you have to deal with the hot end, but you can't cool the hot end because then you're compromising the reaction, which means you're basically compromising both ends. So you're trying to balance it. You don't want it balanced. You want one end very hot, one end.
What it's good at is maintaining a specific temperature on the die.
Yeah. So I imagine short-term use for like calibration, things like that would be really useful, but as a PC cooling solution, not really.
Yeah. I mean, I've got a Peltier cooler, and I can turn it around, and it's a USB powered, and it keeps my coffee cup at ambient temperature. Or if I flip it around to the cooling one, it keeps my Coke at ambient temperature. It's great.
Yeah.
Why would you want to keep your coffee at ambient temperature? That's disgusting.
That's the joke.
My joke. The point is, it's 5 volts. It's about half a watt or something. It's particularly useless. Like the plate gets slightly warm or slightly cold, and that's all I can really say for it. Actually, Si, were you at the LAN when I got a cooler for drinks? And that was a Peltier cooler, and I accidentally put the cable in backwards. Instead of cooling all the cans of drink, it heated them up a lot.
Did you know
I know you get those. I've got one sitting next to me actually, a little portable fridge, like 12-volt fridge, and it's got a switch on it, and you can just switch it into warm mode, so you can keep your sausage rolls warm in it if you don't want to keep your drinks cold in it.
I've been trying to find one of those fridges, by the way, that only takes a 2-litre bottle of Coke, and I can't. I just want one that's just like the size and shape of a 2-litre bottle of Coke, and I just cannot find one. And you'd think that would be an obvious product.
So speaking of like tea and coffee and shit, actually, I was talking about this with my
One
mate
of
the
those
other
things
day.
is not like the others.
Yeah, I know, right? At what point is it weird to add lower temperature water to make a coffee or tea? Like how not boiled before it tastes weird?
Well,
Depends
about
if it's tea or coffee, I'd say.
105
'Cause if you're making
degrees.
tea, you need to use hotter water.
Yeah.
Tea's 100 degrees, coffee's 90.
I mean, is there a difference in taste though if you just pour it not boiling
Well,
but still hot?
yes. Allow me to tell you a true
Yes.
story, Brad. I once made a cup of tea. And as you do, you put the kettle on and then you get distracted for a bit and you come back and you pour the water out the kettle into your teacup. So I did that and I poured the water out the kettle into my teacup and nothing happened. And I just stared at the tea bag like, what? Like, is this tea bag faulty? Like, the tea comes out, like the colouring, and I poked it with a spoon and then nothing happened. And then it dawned on me, the water was cold. Because obviously I hadn't stick my finger in the boiling water that was boiling, I'd forgot to turn the kettle on. So if you pour cold water from the tea, nothing happens. It's very odd when you were expecting it to.
No, yeah, I get that, but my point is, so let's say either you have a boiling water tap, or you have a tap that just goes quite hot.
Yeah.
How hot can it? So like, if I just have a normal hot tap,
about 60
as in
before you get to...
No,
It would make
it's
an
not
awful
gonna be
cup of
enough.
tea.
Is that hot
There's
enough?
certain temperatures at which certain teas catalyze better into the water.
Yeah, but maybe
Like,
basically like
for
that kind of
English
stuff,
breakfast, it is boiling point, but for green tea, it's about 170 degrees Fahrenheit, which I have no idea what Celsius
But
that
tea
is.
is not doing any chemical stuff, right? It's just
Yeah?
physically
No,
dissolving in the
no,
water.
no, you are
I have
stripping
a
tannins
Fancy
off and all sorts
fucking
of things.
kettle. I do have a fancy fucking kettle that has presets for various types of teas
so-
and coffee and whatnot to make
So-
sure you don't underdo it, but also that you don't burn it.
So
When you
let's
say
be clear
boiling
here.
point, I presume you mean of pure water at 1 atmosphere, right?
So let's be clear, by the way, Esmir has a fancy kettle to do what UK kettles do, which is to make water boiling. 110 volts.
No, it doesn't. Mine doesn't take it all the way to boiling if I don't tell it to.
Yeah,
American kettles can boil water eventually.
Yeah,
I think
eventually.
Mine's Japanese.
Yeah, but no, it's the 110 volts bit is your problem. It's not enough voltage to boil water properly. UK kettles are
Wouldn't want to
fantastic.
make
I'm gonna make a tea.
very good tea if just take
Don't
enough
just get
time. So if you
higher
take 3
wattage.
days to make it, you could make it very cold.
Adam, can't you just
Yep.
get a higher wattage? I mean, I've got a 3 kilowatt kettle. That's pretty bloody quick.
Yeah, but in America, you won't. This is a famous thing. So essentially,
What do you mean you won't?
US
You won't get a 3 watt kettle? Since when?
you won't.
So
Hold on.
300. 3
You
kilowatt.
could, your voltage is halved. You would need twice as much current,
So you need a 6 kilowatt kettle.
and then
to
yeah,
get
but
it's equivalent
but-
to 3 kilowatt
yeah, but then
kettle's speed.
stuff that then you can't run enough ampage through, so stuff starts to melt. This is why high voltage power lines are very high voltage, because it's low current, and this is why
Yeah,
neon
because
tube.
you want to
But
get
yeah,
the frequency. Yeah.
but you need current, not voltage for.
They're more efficient over long distances as
Yeah.
well.
But yeah, basically, kettles are the other way around. This is why in the US you will struggle to boil a kettle. It just gets quite hot.
I actually
and-
bought a 12-volt kettle for the it was freaking useless. It took like an hour to boil the water.
12 volts water warmer.
I think the
Yeah,
kettle's
that's
boiling
essentially
point
what
is
it
a
was.
bit higher than the water's.
Well, yeah, the kettle gives up, whatever it's set to. There is a guy on
You
YouTube,
should
by the
actually make
way.
a car do that one.
There's a guy on YouTube that. Wait, make a car do what?
Boil water.
Yeah, I wouldn't drink it though. There's a guy on YouTube who puts more current through things than are supposed to go through them, and he's brilliant. So I can't remember what it was. I think it was a 12 kilowatt toaster, and he goes, it makes fantastic toast incredibly quickly and is extremely dangerous. He's one of the
You're
big
not
Clive
talking
people.
about
Yeah.
Was it Big Clive or Electro Boom?
No, Electro
Or
Boom's
are
the
you
joke
thinking a
one.
while back?
No, I can't remember what the name of it is. If I come across him, but he's like Techmoan or Electro Boom or Big Clive. He's in that sort of group of people. But essentially, he will
It's not AVE, is it?
I really can't remember the name.
Because the one I'm thinking of is closed shop.
Possibly. I don't know whether he's still going. But yeah, this guy. But he made a 10 kilowatt kettle. I went, this is brilliant. But you know, it's not very safe.
This just sounds so much like an AVE thing.
AVE?
Yeah, Arduino versus Eagle.
I would Google, but I remember when I'm in the rig, I only have access to my half-size keyboard. So I can only type
10-second toaster by photonic induction.
Not good.
No, but that sounds interesting.
That's the channel that shut down. That's the one. That's the channel that shut down.
It was shut down.
Well, no, it wasn't shut down. No, he stopped making new videos. He was pissed off at you.
Okay, this is 6 years ago.
Yes. I love that channel. It's good. Oh, yeah, I know it.
Photonic induction.
Could you add a tablet to your rig so that you could Google?
Oh, I've got a tablet just here. I forgot. I do actually have a tablet all of about a foot away. Oh yeah, I forgot. There's a tablet. There's a laptop I can't quite reach yet, and a tablet I can reach, which I forgot about.
I've lost track of how many computers I've got. First world problem.
Yeah.
I have some old laptops I would like to donate and or get rid of, but I need to work out how to hack them because I've completely forgotten whatever password I used, however long ago I had those machines.
Oh, take the hard disk out, surely.
Just take the hard disk out and then get some software to decrypt it, take apart the laptop, get the yeah. They've got CD drives.
Or you could use Derek's root and boot.
Last time I got rid of a laptop, I zeroed the hard drive.
Yeah, I did that. A couple of this I was getting rid of. I haven't actually got rid of the
I found myself reading one of those life hacks yesterday, and some of them are okay, but one of them was about when you use a roll of cellophane or foil, you know, pushing the little tabs in at the end of the tube to stop it leaping out of the box, and they call that a hack. I closed the browser at that point.
That's how it's supposed to work. That's why they come with them.
Have you seen the Dave Gorman Life is Goodish, Modern Life is Goodish, about life hacks? Because he pointed out, you know, a lot of them they're just, you know, what we would call tips. But the best thing is he made a bunch of them up, and then to see if people repeated them, and they did, which is just brilliant.
I got a no entry sign for going off the track for like 2 seconds. Literally just popping in and out of a bit of track.
Yeah, if you go around the flags. No, if you go around the flags, that's not allowed. You have to go in between the flags.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dave Gorman's uploaded all of his old Modern Life is Goodish onto YouTube, so you can watch it all legally. It's nice.
And Lee Evans has uploaded all of his bits as well, which is even better.
Yeah.
I
the
can
answer
just
to your
watch
question is Derek.
Sweating. The
answer to your question is Derek's boot and auto nuke or boot and nuke.
Boot and nuke.
Is
boot
it a
and nuke?
Boot and nuke? Why would I want to nuke it? I want to get stuff off there.
And nuke.
I just want to reset the password. Is all I want to do.
Take stuff off it. Just use Linux then. That'd be lame.
You keep using this J word. There's no J word here in this. Don't use the J word. First of all, these machines do not just boot off USB. So I'm going to have to just burn a DVD on a DVD burner. So I will just. You want me to boot a Windows 95 era laptop off USB? Yeah, I don't think so.
Yes.
No.
Yeah, they did support Windows. Windows 95 supported USB.
No, it didn't though.
The hardware, I don't care about the hardware.
You had to get specific drivers for that.
You had to install a special version of Windows for USB. Remember?
I'm being Mr. Difficult today. But you can pull the hard drive out of it and plug it into a thing that lets you look at the hard drive in a modern OS.
But there's no just pull the hard drive out of a laptop, is there? It's no just about
this. I've done it loads of times. Don't give me that bollocks.
It's not a just thing. It's
a couple of screws.
It's
a couple of screws.
What laptops have you taken? It's about 55 fucking screws and it's all glued together.
No, it is not. The hard drive is intentionally capable of being pulled out. As is the RAM. They're under one panel.
Sometimes.
Always. I've pulled out hundreds of laptops.
Definitely
and they're
not
always in the same place.
New ones, sure.
Well, okay.
Always, definitely not.
Well, I'm going back at least 10 years with some of the stuff I've dealt with, so I'm even really old one that I pulled apart and managed to get the hard drive out of it.
That's 2010, don't forget. If they were 2010 laptops, I would say I could probably USB boot.
Well, there were Dell D600s, which are bloody old.
Now I've got like a Sony Vaio and things. You know, I've got some nice laptops, and I just want to get the stuff off them. But I need to spend a bunch of time just investigating.
I would suggest the best method would be not trying to get the laptop to work, but take the disc out and plug that into a thing.
Yeah, so I need a 2.5-inch. There's not special connectors, are they? Just standard SATA?
Driver. No, they are right. No, they are IDE. But it depends if you've got SATA or IDE. But if you ask nicely,
oh, no, I probably
someone's got those tools.
I probably have. Actually,
no, I do have the IDE to USB. But
I do have I do have. I used to have an external caddy. But yeah, I've taken laptops to bits before, and it is a long and ball achy task, especially got putting layers
That's
off.
weird because I've had lots of Dells apart, and they were really easy.
Yeah,
really
that's because it's
easy.
Dell.
One panel, and it's like one screw, and that was it. There's the hard drive waiting to come out. Pull it. There you go. SATA or IDE.
If you don't care about the laptop anymore, it's even easier. You just rip it apart.
Well, you don't rip it apart. You just start pulling the screws without the regard of where they came from.
You see, what I want to do, and you've all kind of missed the point, is
you
I want to
physically rip it apart because you want add them as a hard drive.
I want to reset the password so the machine is usable.
Oh, you want to donate the hard drive
and I would
I'd
like to donate the laptop. There's nothing on the laptops; they're just old.
But why would you want to donate it? You said it was super old. Not Windows 95, you were arguing.
Just because I find it completely useless, it does not mean that a small child in Africa. There are plenty of places to donate laptops to charity, and that's rather what.
I think you find even them find it too very difficult.
That's really.
Have a word with you later after.
I mean, it's like, I've got a donation for you. Yeah, it's a 20-year-old laptop. Nobody's going to want it. They're going, thank you.
Thanks for the 386SX, you racist.
It's still full of lithium. It's still. Then they can sell it. It's still worth a few quid, I'm sure. But I'd rather it did that than just go in the bin.
I'm glad you think like that because I think the rest of the world will be like, no, just chuck it in the bin, don't be daft. I mean, businesses are very against that sort of thing because they're scared of getting sued by someone going, oh, you sold us this, you gave us this laptop and it's faulty and there's this virus on it or something, it's polluted our network or something like that. Businesses are very anti-donate these days.
Usably powerful is cheap enough these days.
Offer those hard drives and put on a DVD.
What?
I don't think there's so much giving up computers to third world countries because they can have newer stuff.
Dora!
Not much.
Right.
No! Dora! No, does not. Oh, you fuck's sake. She's in the place she was in earlier when she nearly collapsed the minifig stand on top of me. Dora! Dora! What have I done?
Wow, she is really at it this week.
It's not secured to anything. How can we put it? It's secured perfectly fine, except unless Dora's really going for it, which is what she did earlier.
It sounds like a huge problem.
It sounds like a Dora problem. She's literally behind the television. Yes. You did say put the hard drives on DVD. That doesn't help either with the problem. I just want to reset the password. Hopefully I can find a tool to do it on USB.
Well, there is a tool. There's a tool you can get on DVD.
I can send you
DVD, sorry.
Okay.
You tried Swordfish.
Windows 95,
Dora!
you press escape.
Okay, this is all good. Dora's back.
Security on Windows 95. But yeah, there's about 7 megabyte CD you can download, which lets you reset Windows passwords.
Get down for fuck's sake, Dora! She's stuck behind the television. Oh, and I can't move because I fucking hurt my leg. Dora, get down!
Good job she's not a rabbit.
Dora's got this thing, and now she's considering this to be some sort of challenge. Get down! Dora! Thank you. I think she knows she's being back. She looks at me like, am I going to get away with this? Am I going to? No, I'm not. But yeah, basically I've got several laptops that I need to spend some time on. I've never had a gap.
I'm sending you the thing you need right now.
Thank you. Although hopefully I can just do USB. I just have a funny feeling they're too old.
No, this is a CD image.
You might have a CD burner. I'm not sure I do. I might do.
Really? No, you don't have a USB one?
I think I've got a USB DVD drive. I'm not sure it's a burn. Even if I do, I'm pretty sure I don't have any DVDs I could still burn.
Well, go out and buy them. 20 quid. It's really useful for this sort of situation where you just want to something off an old.
Yeah. To be fair though,
and they're all
15 years ago.
Now I do have some more modern laptops that I think might have a DVD drive, a DVD burner. This is weird thing that in theory it's fine, you can get at everything, but in practice, old hardware just gets more and more bloody awkward to do anything with.
Yes.
I love old art.
I don't have to deal with it, but my company does support facts.
What if I wanted to support fiction?
No, VAX.
Yeah, I know, it was a joke, Max.
Yeah, very cool.
Wait, actual VAX? Sorry, I thought you said fax. You mean VAX as in supercomputer? Well,
I thought you said VAX as well, yeah.
I say supercomputer, but I mean, I use that term quite loosely.
Mainframes, right?
I wonder at which point home hardware overtook those. Wait, this isn't the right way. Why am I following this person?
Not the way.
Iron, where are we going? I just followed.
Found the way.
I just followed this guy and was like, this isn't the right way.
Hooray! Fooled by the AI. Still the AI taking the wrong way.
Was that you or was that you, Shaq, or was that Iron Roger? I think it was Iron Roger. I'm like, a narrow bit. This is cool. Oh wait, this is not the right way.
This is one of those tracks. This is one of those tracks that has multiple different layouts on it, doesn't it?
Yeah. And it's not optional. You have to follow the right way.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a lot of physics.
I guess some of the settings are that you do have a multiple choice. The slalom one.
There's one, I think.
Yeah. You could choose.
Well, that one we had a moment ago. Is it Bone Shaker?
That's not really multiple choices. That's just multiple directions. I think there's only one though with an actual proper choice of track.
Oh,
nice
shortcut, long cut,
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, is the one that's shortcut which is flat and high, and the long cut which is really hard, yeah.
Bone Crusher Valley is one of the maps. Sometimes this is racing and sometimes it's crashing, and then it's suddenly jerks between the two.
Adam?
Yes?
I've just had a solution that's probably to bypass all the problems. I could lend you a USB DVD drive, which made any other choice. I can lend you the CD of the image of the CD, the thing you need to use as a fix for your problem. So I can burn off a DVD CD whenever I need.
Yeah,
so you've got the disc and you've got no excuse.
Don't worry about it in the short frame. This is, well, I mean, this is more of a, I've had them for 6 months and it keeps crossing my mind. I should probably do something about them. There's just a stack of laptops in the corner of my living room with I should deal with this. Fuck! Oh, God. I really wish this game had track IR support. I guess that wouldn't work with the motion rig, would it?
It'd have to be secured to the motion rig.
Which I actually have mounts for.
So so it would negate the motion rig movement. So your head being thrown around would do something. I don't know. What would it give you?
Yeah. Unfortunately, it doesn't have any support for it. Farming Simulator
What does track IR do?
But as you turn your head, it turns the camera. So as you turn your head like 1 degree, the camera moves 10 degrees. So essentially, you can mouse look on your head. It works really well.
As you look around things.
Yeah, so when you're driving, you can glance left and right.
Does Vortex have a non-VR mode?
Vortex? Excuse me.
Do you know what it is?
I know what Vortex is, but I'm not sure what a non-VR mode is.
Do you know what Vortex?
Like, I'm running on a non-VR Vortex.
Please.
Well, didn't you want to be able to change your view so you can look left and right? Isn't that why you want support for eye tracking?
Yeah, but... Okay, yes, but that involves having to wear a VR helmet.
What does?
Doing that. Like, what would it track? I mean, I could stick the VR helmet on top of my head rather than over my eyes, I guess, and track that.
What was it you wanted to achieve? To be able to look left and right?
Yeah.
whilst not in VR.
Well,
Like
yeah.
like I had head tracking for Elite, for example, nothing to do with VR, just tracking head movement, so you could.
Yeah, it's Track IR. It's just this game doesn't have
Change your
support for
cockpit view.
Track IR, but Farming Sim does. And I was thinking about using Open Track. Give that a go. It's annoying that when a game's been around as long as this one, like this game's 2019, and they're still continuing to update and develop it, that you don't get support for, you know, True Force and motion sims and VR, and it's been around long enough, and they're still making money. For them, I would have thought to continue to add in support for things.
Is that Farming Simulator?
Farming Simulator, no, this, but Farming Simulator does support Track IR, which is why I was thinking about it.
This has been around for 6 years.
Well, sort of.
Really?
Yeah, I bought it back in 2015 when it was new.
Isn't that before it was released, though?
It was a new game.
No, this
Why
is...
you was playing it?
I think it's... No, it came onto Game Pass, but... Yeah, it sort of was Esmir, but it sort of wasn't, because it was called Next Car Game, and then turned into WreckFest. So, sort of, but Next Car Game wasn't...
No. Back then, it was definitely WreckFest.
What about Euro Truck Simulator? Does that support stuff like VR and motion rigs?
Yep, yes.
It does.
Not sure about motion rigs, but it definitely supports VR. But
It does
unfortunately...
support the as well, because I've got the open source one on it.
What it doesn't support is multiplayer.
Is that any good as a multiplayer game?
It's not a multiplayer game. The
Would
best
you consider American Truck?
Well, none of them got multiplayer and do that.
Which is multi.
I thought they did.
That has got multiplayer. There's a big open world multiplayer.
Ooh, can you go on adventures and have different classes?
Mm-hmm.
So I like SnowRunner, only not as good. Yeah, I think SnowRunner, unfortunately, it really does... How can I put it? I know there is a mod for Euro Truck Simulator to allow you to do multiplayer, but it's got the problem that you're not really playing a multiplayer game. You're driving around in a single-player game, and occasionally you'll come across other humans, rather than actually being a multiplayer game of any sort.
That's the same with the American Truck Simulator. You're basically going around doing your own missions and waving to people as you pass them.
Yeah. I mean, even Euro Truck... I don't know. But I mean, even Euro Truck was quite a big world. You wouldn't really see anybody else anywhere unless you would... I mean, even in SnowRunner, unless we actually just went to the same destination, you'd never see anyone else, would you?
I guess that's realistic. That truckers would radio each other rather than see.
Yes, realistic. Fun, not so much.
You might occasionally bump into another player.
It's the opposite of
in the real
WreckFest.
world, when you all queue at the ferry.
I can only see that being fun in American Truck Simulator if they were simulating going over the Sierra Nevadas in winter. Oh my fucking god.
Very occasionally you meet another player in another truck, and that player is Sean Murray.
They've just discovered Monkey Island, by the way.
I am Murray, the demonic skull!
Trying to get my boy to play that now.
How did you get up on top of there? Through sheer force of will! Uh-huh. Alright, there's a bunch of those weird voodoo kids.
He's been making me play the soundtrack to Spelunky in the car, and that got me talking about music and games, and I was saying I quite like the Scum music system.
I'm Muse, not Scum.
No, well, it's the Scum music system.
Scum
yeah,
VM.
I'm Muse. Well, that's Scum VM is the modern thing that lets you play Scum games, but it was called Scum was called Scum when the games were developed. But anyway, that's beside the point. The point is, it was a clever way of transitioning between different scenes because it didn't just crossfade. The notes sort of intermingled, didn't they?
It was supremely and amazingly complicated and absolutely worth reading about. I don't remember the barber scene in Monkey Island 2, but there's a piece of music playing throughout the whole barber scene, and as each barber delivers his lines, his motif comes in on top of it. It's absolutely incredible, I'm Used, and it's a shame that it's just disappeared because it was too much work. But like X-Wing,
And the music was good.
yes,
on top of
that
all
was it.
that.
Yeah, Scum was the scripting system that displayed text and moved sprites around.
Script creation utility for Maniac Mansion.
Yes. Oh yeah, Day of the Tentacles actually just turned up on my Xbox. It's remastered. I might play that. Good 2 or 3 hours to play through and enjoy. It's like watching a long cartoon. God damn it, Blood Rose, get back here or crash or something.
I think I'll pass on that.
Jay doesn't have enough wheels. Jay's just like just bits him everywhere. No.
I've got one wheel.
Scum is a host for embedded game engines such as iMuse, the interactive gaming animation engine, Insane, Syst, in-game animation engine, Phlegm, places and names objects inside a room,
that reminds
and
me.
Mucus.
That reminds me of what I was going to say earlier. So many years ago, I used to play Carmageddon, and I wrote a program to allow you to add and remove custom vehicles from Carmageddon. I wrote the biggest tool to allow you to do this. It had an enormous number of
biggest
downloads.
tool. You're
Yeah,
the biggest
well,
tool.
Carmageddon being written by a bunch of people with the humour level of a 13-year-old boy, it had file names like CNT and TWT. Now, they were actually called twat files. So, when you insert and remove cars,
yes.
they were called twat files. So what did I call my program to manage twat files?
Manager.
Pimp. The twat manager. Yeah, no, Pimp. It was called Pimp,
I
the
remember.
twat manager.
Oh my god!
But the best it was,
I remember that too.
that was the biggest thing I did. So when it came to my CV, I was like, and I was responsible for the largest popular. You skipped. I was responsible for the largest popular modification tool for Carmageddon, but I can't put it in my CV. I can't go, I wrote Pimp, the twat manager. Yeah, I did hundreds of thousands of downloads.
Come up in conversation.
Oh.
Why not? Would they like mix it up in being a school teacher or something?
It's mostly in your CV. You should appear professional, rather than tee hee giggle giggle boobs. Depending on where you're working.
Oh, I'm not just so cream crackered.
So what you're saying, Adam, is somewhere out there might be somewhere you could apply to where you'd want that on your CV.
I'm sure there is.
Good program.
Oh man, poor Roger came in last. Oh no.
Yeah, that's kind of my fault. I thought that there was going to be that he was going to be an AI that I was going to slam into. I didn't see his name until it was too late.
Right. Adam, imagine if you were applying to be a pimp and you could say I was the twat manager.
Yeah,
people apply to be pimps.
Well, okay, this is the last one, so we're going to do it in A's. I think quite importantly, Brett, first of all, if I were to, you should know this, if I were to write a letter to apply to become a pimp, I would customize my covering letter, so I wouldn't include my programming expertise or computer games that I've worked on. I'd be more about pimping skills, whether or not I own a cane or a pimp hat or something.
Smacking bitches and homes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Long history of playing extravagant characters.
Yes. What qualification got often when I play a computer game, I look like a pimp.
I take the part very seriously. have to go dressed up.
I can supply my own pimp cup and feathered boa hat.
Full method acting.
I really hope I can walk tomorrow. I'm worried my knee's going to swell up. Just twisted my leg. I'm in so much pain. I should not have played this game tonight, but I have enjoyed it.
So, masochist.
Should we hit ready? Should we do our last lap, last track, last race? Same track, 5 laps, so, be careful.
Kill everybody else. Okay.
That's... Shaka, you do you, man.
Now you're not supposed to off yourself.
I've just noticed I put my seatbelt on backwards.
No, it's probably not a good time to notice that.
Yeah, like, oh, I've done this wrong. I say, when I've been in race cars before, you don't do yourself up. Somebody else does you up. There's no, like, he's got it right.
Got it wrong.
I had
Yeah.
both my rear wheel were damaged.
Oh, for
Then
fuck's
when you
sake.
get flinked, you yell, "You did it wrong!"
The thing is, you'd only find out you did it wrong if you had a rapid, unplanned braking manoeuvre. Oh, nice drift, Jay. Pity about the crash at the end of it. Oh. Oh, bugger, I thought that was a left corner. That didn't go according to plan. It's alright, I'm close enough now so I can make your corners a nightmare.
Ouch.
But I think I might have come out of that worse.
Damn, Jay. You just went full send into that wall.
Yep, I'm in trouble. There are bad noises coming from the car.
I'm just going to park in the middle of I've lost my wheels.
Tell them to
I
shut
was
up.
standing on my brake pedal.
Yep. These brakes, it does require a surprising amount of force to actually brake all the way. But yeah, you know you're not doing very well when it says rear left wheel damaged. Nah, that's it, I'm stuck.
Yeah, that annoyed me. Both my rear wheels were screwed before I even started the race.
I don't think that was the
Really?
real issue you were having there, was it, Jay? The issue was other people.
Yeah.
No, it was completely my bad driving.
No, you did a great drift, it's just that you clipped the inside wall and then the outside wall. Well, again, as ever, I'm still going to say that the that motion simulation, that is just, it's superb. It really, really adds a lot to this game, as well as the other ones. And I absolutely wish this game had VR support. But this will be the last one for me, and I am going to literally hobble to bed. Just as we see Blood Rose just demolish everyone. Esme, she's taking it way too seriously. What's this going around corners and apexes and shit?
Doing corners
Look,
and
I've been
racing.
spending all of today getting T-boned in the intersections. I'll take my few wins.
Also,
She would be in first or second. She'd be right so close, and then bam, AI would take her out, and I'd be like, "Oh, come on!" I know that feeling all too well.
Also, well, thank you everyone for joining us. Thank you for watching. Don't forget, if it's a YouTube video, do hit like. It helps, because I was looking at one of the older videos. I realised we had like 150 views and 1 like. So do hit like, pretty please, because it makes me happy. And for every time you hit like, Dora doesn't smash something of mine to bits. We'll be back tomorrow as ever. And yeah, nighty night.